I'm Captain Ferrick. I crash landed here a couple weeks ago. I am not built in D&D. I'm built in the Mass Effect 5th edition system. My class is Explorer, Path of War subclass.
One of these things is not the other.
And for those that did not watch Teens in Space, what do you look like?
Average cut height man with messy black hair and a beard with purple eyes, wearing the typical Infinity captain's uniform.
What's average where you come from?
Five eight.
I didn't write anything down because I don't care.
Spite.
I have my
Throwing you off.
pistol at my side and a shotgun on my back.
Yes, you've been here for a few weeks, and whatever rations you came with are getting quite low.
Dangerously low.
Your two companions that were on the ship with you, one of which you have not seen in the past 2 weeks, the other one is still attempting to contact the ship, and it's not going as you would hope. You can contact the ship, but the ship does not want to listen.
I know.
So yes, what are you currently doing?
I'm out in the woods looking for something I can hopefully eat. And I like scan it.
I believe.
No, that's poisonous.
I believe he's looking for a
but-
flock of moose.
I'm going through his captain's log. Stranded here for a few weeks, about 18 days. I lost piles, starved to death somehow, and for the log, that was a joke. It's not true.
Off
He's
the record.
back at the crash site, out in the woods looking for food, and everything in here seems to be poisonous. Which sucks.
That looks like a good berry. Nope, that.
My fingers
Oh,
started
that's
swelling up.
shade.
Based on your observations of, because you've been orbiting this planet for you were probably only here for a month or two before you crashed. Observing, keeping track, just kind of doing normal surveying things. The climate and terrain has changed drastically in the past 2 weeks. Where once was a nice forest grove is almost more like a humid jungle. Everything grows much faster than should be. And things don't stay dead.
Yeah. Figured that out hard.
Mm-hmm.
That's how we lost Pyle.
Who's not dead?
Not dead, just dead to us.
So for the sake of this, roll a survival check.
Okay.
Or nature if you wish to.
Let's see if that's a skill I have. Should. Oh,
Roll what you believe is the most appropriate check in this instance.
okay.
Create dead. What?
Create dead.
Yes, that exists.
Skills.
Mm-hmm.
Proficiency. I do not have nature. I have science.
Be better.
You can attempt a science roll at disadvantage.
No, but I do have survival, so
Survival.
13.
Okay. So as you're kind of looking around and using your little scanner, you're like, yep, that's, if I touch that, it's going to hurt. That mushroom is probably, yep, okay.
That
is poison.
No.
You do see some tracks in the area that are new. Definitely a larger creature than most forest dwellers. Very thick claws, similar to bear, but the orientation doesn't feel right. I'm kind of listening, keeping an eye out. You've learned to avoid these bright purple roses and these orange and purple mushrooms. Whatever is preventing things from dying seems to stem from those that you can tell at the moment. How do you want to pronounce your name?
Tajan.
Tajan. All right. Wanted to make sure I had that right. And what do you look like?
So I am what seems to be an Eladrin elf, but so classic elf style, shoulder length, blonde hair, pale blonde hair, and seem to be dressed as sort of a woodsman, almost a hunter. However, there's a slight, if you look closely, you'll notice a slight green, dark green tinge around me. And you feel like you can almost see through me. And at my side, there is a little blue dragon, a little sapphire dragon.
I feel like little is a bit of an
I forget how
understatement.
big is it right
About the size of a horse.
Well, yeah, a little dragon.
Yeah.
Little four dragon. Yeah.
Not quite pseudo dragon small, but about the size of a horse.
Yeah.
Not quite strong enough to carry you while flying, but definitely strong enough to ride while walking.
Yeah.
And as much as you may not need to eat,
Actually, I do. I'm looking here. I
well,
do need to eat.
Well, you're with them.
Yeah.
Oh, he's not with us.
Are you going to the restroom?
Will that be interrupting something?
We are about to come to
Wait.
you.
He was supposed to.
Hold it.
Wait, boy.
Look it up, Buttercup.
You're out hunting for something mostly for your dragon, because
It needs a lot.
it needs a lot more food than you do, and it cannot survive off of plant matter. You might be able to, though it's not fun necessarily, unless
Yeah.
you choose to go that path. But you're out hunting, and roll a perception check for me.
Probably get these out, shouldn't I?
Probably.
Alright. Well,
All right. So, and roll a perception check for your dragon as well.
also a 12.
All right, that works. So, you're tracking along, and your dragon can eat most things that you probably shouldn't. And it's eaten a few undead things, and it had a little bit of a stomach ache, but nothing to the extent that you probably would, or anyone that's traditionally existing.
Mhm.
You're tracking mostly by smell. You're following the dragon because the terrain, as I said, is much more overgrown than you are used to. So it's following the smell of something. I believe it can speak, yes?
Yes.
Did you decide if it was male or female?
Did not.
What is it?
Answer it.
That's probably heads.
Female it is.
All right.
Because this side says game over.
Oh wow.
So she kind of smell someone. And she kind of starts to kind of get, down into like stalking, almost like a large cat. Kind of.
Observe only. We're not going to kill another person. We don't know how many there are left.
She just kind of points a little bit with her tail, and you see someone that looks very out of place. Clothing not like what you would recognize. Some form of weaponry or technology that you've never seen.
Wait here. I will approach.
It's weird. Kind of just slinks back. Roll a stealth check for her.
Let's look at that. That's a 6.
Theric,
Yes.
as you're kind of looking around and you've noticed these large tracks, you hear this very loud snap of a branch, and you just kind of freeze and point over in that direction, and you see. Would you also like to make a stealth check, or are you just kind of?
Oh no, I was about to approach.
You see a native, and hunched in the grass, you can see bits of more than she would hope. Some form of scaled creature. Reminds you of pictures you've seen in books of a dragon. Maybe 20 feet off.
Jeez, Thor. Greetings.
Hello.
Who are you? What is this that you're wearing?
Armor. This is the armor of mine.
It doesn't seem very protective.
It is, trust me.
My apologies. My name is Tajin. And yours? It's been a little while.
Communicating with the night. You're like, I've encountered Captain Slock.
What? Are you?
And attempting to communicate.
Like quietly in
I'm
Draconic.
Barrick.
She speaks out. Is it?
Does she have a name?
Does she?
Thor.
Althor?
Yeah.
I would write that down.
Oh, yeah.
Watch, it kind of moves almost like a large cat. Kind of slinks still a little bit behind, just kind of.
Is this one yours?
Yes.
This one can speak.
This is one of my allies.
You have no idea what she's saying right now because she is talking.
The native has a dragon.
She's speaking in Draconic right now, not common.
The native.
Oh, sure.
The native's
Yes,
name is
Copy
Tajin.
the Twitch
It has a
tweet
dragon.
it out.
I don't know how.
You do it.
Here's the mouse.
And do you want to roll perception to notice, like, for the whole, green thing?
Vaguely transparent.
Sure.
Actually, what's your passive perception? That's what I'm going to give you here.
I don't know if that's shows up.
Is perception a skill?
Yeah, it is. At least
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
Are you proficient in it?
No.
What's your bonus to
+2.
All right, then your passive perception is 12. I'm gonna say you're probably not aware of it, mostly because of the everything kind of has a green tinge
I'll
because you're
roll
in the
for it.
jungle.
17.
Fair.
Roll the 17.
You're not quite sure if it's just a trick of the light or what, because everything is just kind of very heavy greenery right now.
I crashed.
You did what?
Nearby.
Crashed what? A carriage?
My ship.
Boat. boat. We're not near the ocean, right?
There's a river, but
Not boat type river.
you might have a barge, but yeah.
You. Where?
Just about a few miles down that way.
Is that in the direction of the river?
No. You do remember seeing
an asteroid falling through the sky.
you didn't see that, but you've seen kind of a plume of smoke. But there's been a lot of those recently.
Yeah.
So it's not out of the ordinary. But yeah.
Do you need assistance? Are there others there?
Yeah. There. I'm the captain of the ship, and my pilot, or helmsman. He's a pilot. Helmsman.
Your pile.
Is staying with the ship while I go out and search for supplies.
How did your ship get so far from the river?
Oh, look at the time.
What is this? You don't look at this.
Does it have food?
Do you have food?
That's what I'm looking for.
So wait.
I'm going to. Yes.
Do you know where food is?
What I'm looking for too.
Are you food?
It smells bad.
How so? In Draconic.
He hasn't showered.
Yeah, you hear
Oh.
you hear that native kind of growl at the
The goddamn human brains like it was working.
damn it. He starts kind of
Like
slamming.
beating the side, like, because he doesn't have the helmet like up
Yeah.
right now. He's just kind of beating the side of his.
If he did, he would think it's a warforged.
Yeah.
But he doesn't.
I know. Are you some kind of
What are you doing?
half-warforged hybrid?
Hey, what?
Smells burnt.
Burnt.
You see the dragon kind of slink back a little bit, eyeing you warily. As you guys are kind of measuring each other up to some extent, you hear not too far off, maybe 100, 150 feet out, what sounds like a log.
A tree.
Yeah.
Not a log.
I press a button on the
Tree.
side of my armor and my helmet.
Are you a mage?
Yes.
Yes. I'm going to roll deception.
Yeah, go
Can
for
you
it.
see the top?
I have a 0, so that was an
Yeah,
11.
good.
What's your passive insight?
What is that?
What's
Is
your
that-
insight score?
Oh, that's not mine.
Wouldn't it be
Oh.
10 plus your ins? Why is it pink?
That's the piece of paper I had.
Yes.
And
I
he
wish that
chose
was the
pink.
dragons.
Yes. I chose pink. Cause it's fun.
Chose.
So my wisdom is a 10.
Are you proficient in insight?
No.
Then, to the best of your knowledge,
I'm a mage.
this is some form of mage, but magic is odd. So, a helmet that can equip itself at but a touch would not be out of place.
True.
You see, you see her get down and kind of start stalking a little bit that direction. I smell food. Looking in the direction of the loud noise.
It'll have to be off.
You watch as the native and his pet, question mark, start going towards the noise after a brief growling conversation, question mark.
Okay. I'm gonna see if my helmet can do anything. Right now, all it has is the voice modulator.
Mm-hmm.
If I had parts from something, I could change that.
Well, unless you want to scrap your pilot,
Yeah, exactly.
Just steal
Or
stuff
my
from your ship.
pod.
you're not quite at that
Um,
point yet.
Basically, like as he's thinking, maybe have something, maybe not have a voice modulator. I'm going to follow them.
All right. Are you trying to keep up with them or keep a distance?
I'll do a captain's log. And I'm going to cast
All
captain's
right.
log power on him
Oh.
Okay.
called tactical scan.
All right.
What
information does that give you?
Technically what it does, it studies its movement and revealing weaknesses.
Okay.
So actually I'm going to use it on the dragon.
Alright.
It basically means if I choose to attack,
Mm-hmm.
I get advantage on attack rolls. And I score a critical on a 19.
Yeah, looking it over, you can see whatever.
Well,
This is not-
it takes a minute, so I'm doing it
Mhm.
over a period of
Um,
time.
I mean, it's going to take probably a minute or two just because of how overgrown this place is right now. So when it finishes, your mask kind of finishes scanning this over, you can tell a couple things. One, this is definitely still an adolescent. It is not full grown, whatever creature this might be, if it is a dragon. Weakest at the wing joints and the stomach.
It's like the
Time
burrito.
to create an NPC.
Um, so,
Oh, it's time for him? Is his time?
as you are kind of traveling forward, are you trying to be stealthy or are you just walking?
Stealthy because we don't want to scare it off with its food.
All right, make a stealth check for you and your dragon.
Actually.
We both got 18.
All right.
Oh, wait, I got a dirty 20 because I actually have a dex build. I got a 20, you got a 19.
Not too bad at all.
Keep forgetting I actually have a bonus with this.
All right. As you guys kind of sneak forward, you find a semi-clearing. Like it might have been a clearing a couple weeks ago. You see a large, pretty decent sized tree that had just been knocked down. And you see what looks like a large ox just kind of slowly rolling it kind of away from where it fell to the where you can see what looks like a makeshift shelter. It is, as you are aware of, this place, whatever has happened, constructed things such as buildings tend to weather at a very extreme rate. So as you're watching, you can just kind of see it shift and a couple branches fall over. Mm-hmm.
Is it what is causing the weather? Because if it's like if it's termites, I understand why if it's building, if it's made of wood, why it's
You're not sure?
fair. I'm just thinking that if it's like time or something, I don't know, not time or something, but like
I mean,
could it possibly turn into stone? This is just a thought. What does the ox look like?
What does it look like?
Okay. As this ox is kind of pushing this tree, the tree looks like it was cut down instead of like
Pushed over.
pushed over or pulling out the ground. As you can see, its horns look like they're made of this barkless wood. Oh, one moment, I have to sneeze.
At you.
Please sneeze. I want to. Okay, I guess I'm not sneezing today. But each part of it looks like it's made of bark, covered in bark. These kind of not weeds, but like extra tiny branches branching off of its every single inch of it. a few leaves growing on some of them. But it's a decently sized ox just pushing this tree closer to this shelter.
That. That's strange. It is you, right? I don't know. Okay, great.
We're gonna use an elk because it's about the same.
An elk?
Yeah,
So is a
For the
horse.
stats.
Oh, for the stats?
yeah,
Oh, okay.
stats wise.
Okay. That makes sense.
Same thing. I just was looking for something with horns.
Yeah. I don't know why there's no bull or ox. There's none.
There's no Titus here?
It's not even.
There is no ox
Mm-hmm.
in D&D.
It's not used in the base book.
Yeah.
Stu-
No,
pig.
like no official
Mm-hmm.
book. No official thing.
But-
Yeah. Pushing this toward the shelter.
Now, would I recognize you?
Not like this. And I don't mean like an ox. I mean, it looks a little, it would be familiar, but I look very different from when you saw me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like a
Just a
wooden statue come to life, basically.
So it would be reminiscent of you, though.
it would be very familiar, and you'd be like,
Like, and
interesting.
are you the only one of your kind, or are there others?
Only one that you've seen.
Okay, great.
Yes. But I don't look like how I did before.
Yeah, no, I know.
Yeah.
Mm.
It was a
You
lot
were
more,
in a horse form before, right?
it was a lot more clean. Not branches growing out everywhere.
Okay.
All that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it another way of describing it is, you know those hedges shaved into animals?
Yes.
Picture that, but with no greenery.
Yeah. Still the branches. No
Yeah,
green.
branches kind of shooting out bits and pieces. But yes.
It's not good.
Gonna-
I think. Did we lose connection? What's the color down at the bottom?
What color? Like the delay thing?
Like there's supposed to be like a color next to the time we've been live. Yellow.
It was green.
Okay, that's weird because it's not. I don't see it anymore. We're just gone. Nothing's on my end. No. Yeah. Oh. Wait.
It was like, it's green here
It's
now.
back now. Okay, that was just weird.
That was odd.
It starts watching. Sorry.
Give me the dragon's name one more time.
Althor. AL-THOR.
Thor kind of basically scratches like a dog or a cat would at their nose and kind of strong. Roll perception check. And you two.
Me?
Yes.
Okay, one moment.
19.
Okay.
My dragon has a higher intelligence than me.
Yeah. You have a +0. Oh no, you keep your mental stats. I forgot. You're not polymorphed. So roll a perception check.
I keep everything.
You keep your mental stats.
One moment. Let me see something. Just checking. What does it say? Oh yes, I do keep my mental steps.
Yeah.
I need a stat roller. I need a dice. Sorry.
Dice box.
I used to have. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
8. No awareness.
Yeah, you were doing what you
Doing my thing.
Yeah. You kind of, and you smell. The best way to put it is, so you know the smell of onion grass, right?
Yeah.
It smells like that, but more fermented. And she's kind of strong. And it just starts looking around, trying to. It's just kind of ambient in this maybe 30-foot across clearing and in the surrounding woods.
And there's no onion grass around here, right?
Mm.
Where's that?
You're more likely to find some by the river that sometimes, but not this deep into the woods. But also, as I said, things aren't as they should be. But
Gas.
even if it was, it should not be that strong. Yeah, it sounds like it kind of smells like someone's cutting like old onions. Not moldy, just kind of starting to get soft. Like they've been sitting in the cellar a little too long.
Like my onions, like I like my wine. Oh, really wrinkly.
Just kind of scratching it. I'm going to hand you this, Aaron. All the animals are at the back part. I have it on the elk. It's at the top of the left page.
It's
Bottom
the bottom.
Well, bottom, and then it wraps around to the top section.
Oh, I see. Perfect.
Can I figure out where it's coming from?
Yeah, roll an investigation check.
Oh
and you can
no.
roll one for her as well.
Alright. I got a 17.
I'm assuming
She got 5.
Question.
Mhm.
Can I use spells while I'm wild shape?
Not yet.
Okay.
Later on, you will gain that ability.
Okay.
Currently-
But I do get all the attacks.
Yeah, you have all the features.
But I don't have these.
No, not right now. You just have your, you have your mental stats, which
I do have these, but
you have your mental stats,
okay.
which includes your powers if you choose to use them.
Correct.
What'd you get?
17. She got a 5.
To what?
Alright. Yeah, she's just kind of
Is that perception?
No, I'm trying to figure out where the
he's
smells
trying to
come
figure out
from.
where the smells come from. You are not aware of the smell right now, but you do roll the log over to where I guess I'll call it your workstation is.
What do you mean?
Like where you are trying to build.
Where I'm trying to put the
Uh-huh.
tree?
Yeah. You
I'm
managed to
trying
finally
to
get it
put
rolled
it
over.
On a really large slab of stone that I've carved to place a slot for it. It doesn't crumble because I didn't make it.
Yeah, you're just like, this works. So you, as you're kind of looking around.
So it's kind of like this. There's a slight slant on one side, so I can roll it over.
Yeah. Roll a strength check.
Okay.
What'd you get?
Can I roll the dice?
I mean, not for this roll,
I got
but
5.
you're starting to kind of push it up, and
Dice for
you're making progress.
Am I?
It's just slower than you want to. You're a four-legged creature, so you have a higher.
Oh
You
yeah.
can carry.
Sorry.
You can carry a
6.
lot more than a normal creature.
So I looked at this thing.
Mhm.
6.
So much better.
But yeah, so as you're kind of looking around,
Do I get more health in wild shape form?
you have whatever the health of the creature is.
Well, it says 2d10 plus 2.
Well, no, that's what. Once those go away, you pop back into your normal
I know, I'm still looking.
form. So, as you're kind of looking around, you're kind of following your nose a little bit too, and you come across this kind of section that is shorter undergrowth, but still kind of overgrown, and it is what looks like a bunch of probably almost grapefruit sized. You can see the tops of some, it's like wild onions.
Now make him roll.
Roll a quick
Do
perception
you want me to
check.
describe myself again? For his benefit?
Yes, in a moment.
So what has happened?
They've made it to this small. It was a clearing. Now it's kind of
14.
still overgrown. There is what looks like a wooden ox pushing a tree. And it smells very, very strongly of old onions. Not moldy, but just like earthy, dirty onions.
So the best way he explained it was imagine you know those
like
carved
hedges.
animal
Yeah.
hedge
You
things,
just took all the
but
green
take
off
all
the
the leaves off.
Just the bare tree underneath.
Yeah.
yeah, like kind of a trunk, and then just kind of bits of bristle and
But the horns are like shaved wood.
yeah.
Without the bark.
So I've never seen anything like.
No.
Right?
You have not.
Even in
Honestly, at this
Observing.
point, since you haven't seen me in a while, you might just assume it's a thing now.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't be surprised.
But yeah,
He would.
but you can also smell this, as I said,
Captain's
very
log.
strong smell of onions. Like kind of. Yeah.
Captain's log. It appears we have found.
But yeah, as you're
Yeah,
kind of
ox
looking
made of
around, you
wood.
find probably about a 7 or 8 foot across little plot of what looks like, as I said, maybe grapefruits, cantaloupe-sized onions.
And a very strong smell of onions.
Can I roll a strength check again?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, by the way, the nat 20 is the ghost from Pac-Man.
Oh, cool.
I need another dice.
Hmm.
I got a 9.
Doing better. You're not getting as much of a grip as you normally do, probably due
Has it
to
been raining?
It's not necessarily been raining, it's just been wet.
On stone.
Yes. It's been like a lot of
Damn.
dew in the morning, so
Damn.
it's just kind of you're in effectively a jungle. It's just kind of humid. So if you're trying to dig in, you're gonna end up.
Did it used to be like that? Or
Mm. This used to be kind of more of a temperate forest.
that's what I thought.
Mm-hmm. Like you could go down to Ozark and the little wooded area. That's basically what it would be like. But yeah, you find, as I said, maybe a 6-7 foot across, slightly oblong plot of softball to cantaloupe sized.
Do these look recent?
Roll a nature check.
No. That's a lie.
Hmm.
How does a 9 sound?
What's up with this?
You're not really a gardener. You work more with animals than plants.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're not really sure. You do know that you're pretty sure that onions aren't supposed to be growing quite like this.
Hmm.
They're supposed to be deeper underground, but you can see a lot of upturned dirt probably from whatever this creature is. Because hooves dig up dirt pretty handily, especially when it's wet. What would you like to do? You're watching this. They kind of have moved a little over and are examining.
Is this a normal occurrence?
Are you asking him in character?
No.
Oh, I did.
No.
Did he know he was
No.
following?
Yes.
He was aware.
Yes,
Oh.
he didn't care.
Okay. There's no ox stat block.
Yeah, there's no ox, there's no cow, there's no
It's
bull.
not official. No official.
Not
stat
in the
block.
monster manual, at least.
Yeah, not at all.
A minotaur is a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not. There's no ox.
It's weird.
Only seen something similar to this once, and it was a while ago.
Oh, here we go. There's a cow.
But is it a
And
bull?
what
Bull?
was it?
I mean,
It's horse.
it counts as a bull.
Wood-
So here you
wood-
go.
Is it good
a
enough?
wooden. Yeah.
It's
What if I
about.
just find
It's
it
on
living-
par with the elk. It's
What?
just an actual cow stat block.
Now just keep the elk. It's better. Probably.
I think it has like 18.
I'll take that one.
I think it
instead.
has a little less hit points, but it's stronger.
I don't care. Come on.
Do you not want to have that any longer?
No.
Should I
I'll
prepare?
I'll
for
take it
combat?
back soon.
Yeah,
no, it probably is.
Can I see the
hostile.
onions?
Are you going over to them? Because they're kind of standing close enough to see them.
Yeah, close enough to see them, but not close enough where.
Yeah.
There's
You
an
kind
ox, but it has no stats.
That's funny.
It's probably just cow.
Yeah. You kind of walk over and you see, maybe a 6 or 7 foot across, kind of oddly shaped plot of onions ranging from that big to maybe cantaloupe size, just the tops and little sprouts
I'm
poking
gonna
out.
assume I didn't plant those.
You did not. But you also.
I do have a little garden though.
Mhm. You can see what looks like a little more
It
tended
doesn't look
area,
very
but
well. It doesn't look good. It's just a
Yeah.
bunch of random plants put together.
Mhm.
Whatever I could find.
And it is strong over here. The smell, like your eyes kind of are starting to water a little bit.
But are they edible?
I'm gonna turn on.
More
Turns on the air filter.
Oh, it does?
on average.
Oh.
It has a +4 instead of a +2.
Cool.
Like the air filter.
Mm-hmm.
I currently have 1.
You're like,
I have the same amount of health in ox form as I do in my normal form.
yep.
That's hilarious.
You can still kind of smell it, but your
What?
eyes aren't watering as much anymore. Like,
I am a druid.
I'm
Okay.
What's your armor?
17? 16. Anyway, sorry.
yeah, you're just kind of looking down on it.
I don't know what the fuck is happening.
Maybe 4 or 5 onions that are various sized.
Josie, can you grab the little thing that's plugged in down there? This thing? Yeah, it's a voice recorder. Can you hand it to him?
Is that specifically for it?
No.
No?
Don't.
No.
act-
Doesn't have any battery anyway.
It apparently does not work anymore, but
But it's a good
It's
prop.
a prop.
Is it sad?
No. Give it to me. Now it's on. You could actually record if you want.
Yeah, it works, Aaron.
Don't actually
It's a
do that
good
though. Captain's log.
Yeah, there's maybe
Hydration.
6 or 7
Oh,
of
no, is it the
onions
same?
ranging
it's not.
from
Hydration.
good
Yeah, no water.
grapefruit to cantaloupe.
That's cool. Captain's log.
So you're scanning the wooden bowl.
Can I roll strength again?
Yeah.
Fine. May I roll strength again?
Yes.
Yes, I'm scanning the bowl.
Better.
7.
This mud
Listen,
is.
outside of actual rolling, I roll well.
Uh,
But then once I have to roll, I roll poorly.
It's bad under
it
pressure.
registers as an animal.
You're gonna go dice. What? It does, yes. You're gonna go on dice jail.
And you're saying this isn't normal?
It's not.
I'm gonna try my other die.
It's about as normal as whatever magic you're using.
Is there an invisible thing with the scan, or is it just kind of you just pointed at a creature and then a
No,
moment
there's like
later-
a purple.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try this dice right now.
Captain's log.
Alright.
No, well, it appears that
It's
the
smaller.
wooden
It's an 18.
ox is. Yes.
Okay.
It
Hey.
appears that the wooden ox is not.
That's
You
kind of
would-
talking into
It
that.
does count as
You
it's
feel
quite.
at the back of your thigh a splinter.
Ow!
Just like right in the back of the, like right above the knee, but the back side. And you just see one of these little onions just kind of pull back into the earth a little bit.
Fucker.
You can still see the top and a little bit of the sprout, but it just kind of.
Like it does that. It just turtle.
The
Well,
onions
you just
stabbed
watched
me.
it kind of like.
Oh.
You were kind of aware, and it just kind of. You watched as the little green sprout just into his back, and then just kind of it pulled back into the ground a little bit.
Did it?
What are your passive perceptions? Actually, make a perception check, all of you.
And dragons.
7.
Okay, my dragon got a nat 20.
Nice.
I
use
got
this for
a
every
10.
single one, Aaron. I need you to know that. And what do you? Why'd you say that it didn't work anymore?
Because it wasn't before.
Do I ever talk? Would I
12.
Okay. So you're a bit distracted with this probably 4-inch long splinter poking out of the back of your leg.
Ow!
You're relatively close.
much damage?
It was
Nothing. Oh,
Dear.
there's more.
Yeah.
No. So first, when that happens, you see that there's this shimmer of blue all along my body as the force field.
Take some of that or most of that. So it doesn't actually stick into you.
It
tried to.
stabs into.
It kind of sticks in the
field.
force field for a second, and then
Also, it comes back on a short rest. It says short rest, long rest, or a
How many
minute
you
of
have?
no combat. My armor is 17.
I think it's a decent armor.
yeah.
But I have a shield plus health.
he has
I have
basically.
natural. So technically,
Mhm.
I have 40 hit points.
Basically.
You have more HP.
Well, right
than
now, I technically
25
have
actual hit
44.
points, 15 shield.
Technically, I have 44
But,
hit points.
so your dragon kind of immediately and starts digging at. So go ahead and make a claw attack for your dragon.
Roll in here and see what you say.
No, I can't. I already made
You
the roll.
do technically
That
have
is-
advantage
Oh.
because of reasons that I can't explain.
All right. So that is a 17 to hit.
Nice. Go ahead and roll damage.
How do you have to roll to hit these?
You'll find out.
Because they're zombies underneath the earth.
All right. That is
Am I right?
6 damage.
All right. So she gets a claw around one of them and just pulls, and you see maybe a 2.5 foot tall plant creature. Kind of looks like a humanoid. Claws attached to the top of its head, which is this onion.
You just pulled out a Pikmin.
Kinda. This is what it looks
It's
like.
a Pikmin gnome.
It's a Pikmin!
I do need, kinda. About 2.5, 3 foot tall.
It's Pikmin.
I do need your dragon to make a Constitution saving throw.
Little
Oh,
onion man.
okay.
It's not bad. Unless it
No, I know.
has a
I have it.
Not advanced.
Emergency. So 17 on that.
And I do need you guys to roll initiative. You were all aware of this.
Only has this and
I
hasn't
have
written
the
down a
check.
single number.
Yeah, I know.
I hate it.
I do
Thank
too.
you.
Roll
Initiative.
initiative.
All
He
right.
only has what?
He
My dragon.
doesn't have any
got
numbers written down.
19.
So you don't have a character sheet.
No. I mean, he means like for my saving throw
roll.
skills.
For
Oh.
skill.
Yeah.
So
I got 20 not.
Oh my gosh, I got also 20 not natural.
Alright.
My initiative.
My dragon has a 19. I have 13.
Do I have any idea what's going on?
You're aware that because there's this.
Have those things been there for long?
They weren't there yesterday.
Okay. So I wouldn't
You
know
just kind
about
of gotten into your work.
So I wouldn't acknowledge them or know about them?
I mean, you'd probably acknowledge them. They're not too far from your actual garden.
Acknowledging them and knowing they're there are two very different.
You now know that there is some kind of scuffle going on.
Okay.
We'll see how you react, but so you two got 20. So your dragon. You got. All right. Ferric, I believe you have a higher dexterity than.
Wouldn't we go by initiative bonus? Unless it's both two. What's your initiative bonus? Patrick, what's your initiative bonus?
Plus 2.
Okay. What's your dexterity?
Well, I mean, I'm gonna let he goes first just because he's basically on top of this fight.
What's
So-
fair? My dexterity in
what
this
is-
form is also a 10.
Mine's 14.
It's
What are
also
you doing?
14 in not in this form.
I'm confirming how the ammo
Your little-
thing works.
Uh huh.
Okay, it doesn't need technically energy. It needs something called a thermal clip
Mm-hmm.
because it can be fired a certain amount of times before it has to be exchanged before it overheats. So
So I'm gonna say you reasonably have 3 of those.
okay, for each of my guns.
3
So
probably.
I have a pistol and a shotgun.
So I'm gonna say you have 5 for the pistol and you have 2 for the shotgun.
Okay.
Because you're an explorer. You're more likely gonna have pistol ammo than shotgun.
Yeah. Shotgun's less.
Shotgun is either for hunting
It is
or
worst case scenario.
last resort defense. But yes, you see, as Althor kind of pulls this one out and kind of shakes her head, the rest of them start to pull themselves free.
Okay, so just to make sure you know, technically, all thermal clips work for all the weapons. So I technically just have 8 thermal clips.
That works.
This
I didn't realize
this
that, but yeah.
illustration is not far off.
Yeah, honestly.
It just needs to be made of wood.
You said
So how many are there?
there's the one was in the dragon's claws, and then 6 more that are starting to dig themselves.
Okay, then I'm going to be as. Oh, that's.
I have 2 different
I'm
kinds
going
of
to-
6.
I do too.
But you have the little kind of
I
diamond
have these,
Okay, first I'm going
and then just
to
the normal D6.
Oh,
as a bonus action
Oh, alright,
activate a barrier.
all right. And what does that look like?
It's basically this. On top of the blue field is a purple field, and what that does is,
Thing.
well, no, it's effectively.
Does my
mean,
armor also?
I get 3
change?
ticks. I can do this 3 times per short rest.
Unfortunately.
I can do this 3 times per short rest. I get three ticks of this barrier. Where every time I get hit, I can expend one. I can expend one
To reduce the damage.
reduce
right?
damage by 1d8.
Which is nice.
May I keep the natural armor?
Yes, you do get that +1. Because that's what it gives you. Is it gives you.
I have 11 armor.
You mostly just have extra hit points right now.
Correct.
So that's your bonus action. Your shield kind of goes.
Oh, no, it's just whenever I get hit. I can't
Yeah.
decide.
Okay. You have an action. I believe. right?
I'm
This
going
is 5e,
to.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, Karish.
I'm going to
Oh
Yeah,
no.
it's Mass Effect 5th edition.
hit
Is my
it.
computer? Is my phone freezing up, or is it just?
I'm going to attempt to
I
hit
think
it
it's
with
just
my
your phone.
gun.
Yeah, it is.
Like shoot it, I'm assuming. Or are you
Going
gonna
to
just pistol whip?
pistol whip it.
All right.
That's one of the.
Are you
attacks.
hitting one of the injured ones or one of the other? Or the injured one or one of the other ones?
Gonna do the injured.
Alright.
This is 1d4.
Alrighty. And I misspoke. So there were 7 in total. 4 of them, or 4 in total, have gone above ground. The other 3 you watched as they fully just pulled underground.
It's 21 to hit.
Comfortably hits.
Okay, and the damage is 1d4 plus 1, so 5.
So you back.
Or no, he just hit it.
I mean, it's still 1d4 for the pistol, but it is plus 3, and the
Okay.
shotgun is 2d4.
I had a funny thought.
Roll. I need you and the dragon to roll a Constitution saving throw.
What?
As you
Me?
smack it.
Oh.
You smack the onion.
Yeah. I
And
had a
some
funny
of the
thought.
that onion smell gets strong.
This is irrelevant. I just thought it was really funny. If I turned into a monkey, could I still use the sling?
Yeah.
I have to know monkeys exist, but still.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Do I still have advantage on this?
No.
With the dragon. Well, that is a total of 7.
All right.
Both.
Ferric.
I don't have a roll
Mm-hmm.
for this.
Yeah, you are not within range yet.
Your dragon died.
What am I rolling again?
Constitution saving throw.
Constitution saving throw.
Oh.
13.
Okay. So you smack it, and your mask manages to keep most of the smell out, but you can feel it starting to penetrate through.
Yeah.
Althor is currently blinded. until the start of that onion's next turn
Yikes.
because of how strong that smell gets.
And I think have a thing I can
Eyes
do.
watering, can't see.
Confirming.
You have some movement if you wish to take it.
Me?
Yes. You spent 10 feet of it getting close enough to actually hit the onion.
Oh, could I not just? No, okay.
So, you know how a bull, like a cow,
Mhm.
is a large animal?
Mhm.
The ox is a huge animal in this. It says an ox counts as huge because of its carrying capacity. So I am not just big,
No.
I am
It
big.
counts. What that means is it counts as one size category larger
It's considered to be a huge animal.
when counting for its carrying capacity. It's the same size. It just
It says for the purpose.
yeah. So you're still a large creature. You
I'm
just count
still-
as bigger
I'm
when
still
it comes to
big.
pushing. Yes. Anything else, Ferric?
There's this thing called double tap that I can do
Mm-hmm.
for extra damage, and I think that's just a bonus attack.
I wish
So I
there
think
was
you've
one
already-
called Pack-a-Punch
It's probably a bonus action.
in this one.
Yeah, I have.
So I think you already used it.
Yeah, I
for
already
your
used that for
barrier.
the barrier. So yeah, I'm just
Alright.
gonna stay there.
Lumber.
Yes.
Your turn.
Okay.
You are now aware
I
that
am
there's some
aware.
form of
Can I see
commotion
them?
going
Have I gotten the tree on the thing?
on. It is almost up to the
May
top.
I get it up there first?
It will take your action to do so.
Can I still run?
Yeah. You just won't be able to make any attacks or anything.
Okay.
Yeah, you finish. Settles in.
Moves. I can move 30 feet.
All right.
I mean, I'm not in range yet.
No, you would be. This isn't a very large clearing.
Oh, then I'm not going to.
Okay.
Because I want to be able to charge.
All right. So you kind of turn around and just
I'm just gonna not question. If so, they're 30 feet away.
yes.
I am not going to do anything yet.
Okay. So you just kind of turned around to face them.
Yes.
All right.
I've just.
Uh,
Tung.
Ulthor. She is currently blinded because the onion juice hurts her eyes.
Oh yeah. Okay, so apparently double tap is like you can do an extra hit
Oh,
shooting. But I edited some mods and now I can't do that. But I now do extra damage.
Yeah. But it's dead. How many are there?
That one's not dead yet.
Um.
It's almost dead. It's not quite though.
There were 5, right?
There are 4 above ground, and you watched 3 of them go under.
Go back under.
Okay.
Yes, you can no longer see the tops.
Alright.
And they start screaming. They're all
So any
like
attacks that she does will be at disadvantage because can't see.
Unless it hasn't moved.
If you want to,
Punk.
No.
Fire
I'm just
breath.
gonna, like, try to...
make an attack.
Actually, no, I'm gonna go with trying to bite them.
Alright, make an attack at disadvantage.
Sorry. Well, that is a 15.
Really just right down there.
That'll hit.
Yeah. Alright, nice. And
Let's give it. She's aiming for the one that she already hit.
oh yes.
Yes. Okay.
Unless it
Alright.
hasn't moved,
So that
Not
is
yet.
then it's going down.
8 damage.
All
You
right.
appear to be attacked
So
by onions.
chomps down,
Again.
and you watch. She just takes the head off this thing.
It's just like that one time in Alabama when I was dreaming.
This is
Oh,
how we do.
it was a
This is
man.
how we do it in
Starts kind of scratching
Ohio.
at her eyes.
where I'm.
That one is dead though.
Good job, Thor.
This is just like that dream I had back in the cube world. That's a deep
Alright.
cut.
Back in Ohio.
All right.
From.
Also
Asian.
deep cut.
It is your turn.
Alright.
There are 3 left above ground, and you see the little holes in the ground where the other 3 were.
Alright, so I'm going to run forward and grab my halberd from where it's resting on
Mm-hmm.
Thor's saddle. And I'm just gonna...
You should hit it with reach.
Yeah? Yeah.
Halberds have reach, right?
Your name's Lumber.
Just yes.
Yes.
Just realize it.
Oh, I looked at the.
He said my name.
And
I was busy.
Hey,
so that is
oh.
a very good roll. My
Halberds have reach, right?
Yes.
10
Yes.
foot reach. Good. Okay, so that is 23 to hit. I don't think that hits.
Definitely not.
Alright.
No.
So that is a D10. Yeah. That is 5 damage.
All right. So you flash at this one, kind of cutting into the plant-like body. You are not close enough to be affected by the smell.
That's good.
Yummy.
All right.
Would I be affected by the smell?
No,
I figured not.
because it's technically a poison effect.
Yeah.
Immune or resistant. I don't
Resistant.
Um,
Also, it's no.
All right. So it is now their turn.
Goody.
The three that are above ground. They're gonna just start attacking the dragon.
Not the
That's the
dragon.
biggest creature.
Good. Not the dragon.
Keep doing that.
It's also the closest creature.
Yeah,
Right.
good. Keep doing that.
You
So
do that.
one of
Do you have
them.
the dragon book with you?
Yes.
I would like
We're
that.
just gonna take
please.
all your stuff.
Thank you.
One of them pulls one of those like looks like a sharp thorn and just kind of throws it, and it just kind of bounces off. And then the other two are a 20 total and an 18. Does that hit your dragon? A 20 and an 18.
Yes, both hit.
Oh.
Dragon has 16 AC.
Okay.
Oh.
As
What piles have?
they run up and just kind of slash with what looks like literal blades of grass, dealing a total of
The sword from Adventure.
14 damage
14
over the two
damage.
strikes.
Yummy.
The three that are underground, two of them pop up by you, and two of them pop up by you. So you're taking 2 strikes. 16. All right. And a 19 and a 24 to attack you, Cajun.
Yes. Did they hear?
What was it?
19 and a 24.
Both hit.
That is 16 points of damage to you. If you're getting cut up pretty badly by these
I'm just realizing Druidcraft. I can't make things ungrow.
Mm-mm.
I can't make the swords wilt.
No, there's a there are other spells for that.
Oh.
All
I
right,
do unmending.
Eric.
Cause
They are kind of they're all almost sounds like chittering in some form of language. Do any of you speak Sylvan? I know you don't. At least not yet.
I do.
All right. They are talking about how they need to bring food back for the matron. And that this, talking probably about the dragon or the people that they are attacking, will feed the matron for a long time.
Talking about the dragon.
So,
Not me.
Have I encountered these creatures before? Regardless on if they are regardless on if I've seen
No, he has
them
not.
no, you
here.
haven't.
Okay. And I'm not allowed to talk inside my turn?
I mean,
In character.
it's on this. You can't talk while in animal form.
Why?
Nothing you can do yet.
Why?
None of us have speak with animal.
Shut up. What?
That's mostly why. You can only speak if the form normally can, and that cow cannot.
Unfortunate.
But Ferric, what would you like to do? You have 2 small onion people flanking you.
I could.
Giant onion mama. What are you looking?
Okay. 2 onion.
Yes.
I
They're not flanking you. They're just kind of they popped up behind you.
Yeah.
And we're trying to slash at your the back of your legs.
I am
Right
going
now.
to.
We're both at the same HP. One more HP than Dragon.
It's really funny.
Bonus action.
Actually, I'll give you this. Make a nature or arcana check.
Why are you changing your mind?
I'm going
Because
to.
we'll see if you know anything about them.
Okay. Nature. I have
First, bonus
my
action.
efficiency.
I'm going to use one of my powers.
I'll wait for him.
Called
Let's make sure you get the number.
Defense Matrix, which is just mage armor.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast that on myself. So
All
I
of the
have,
defense, none of the
So I have
offense.
19. And I'm going to use my cantrip power throw, which is just Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
But 1d8.
But it's
So
not
1d10.
Elf Blast.
It is 1d8 force damage.
Okay,
And it
worse
pushes
than
people
Eldritch
back.
All right. It is a ranged
Point
attack,
blank.
or is it a saving throw?
It's a ranged power attack.
All right. So it is at disadvantage because they are within 5
Okay,
feet.
then I'm going to.
What if he shoots one that's not?
You can shoot one of the others that
But that'd
aren't
be bad.
within 5 feet of you.
But why would you do that?
Okay, then I'm going to use my once per short rest combat cantrip. I'm just gonna point blank shoot it with my pistol.
All right. Unless you have anything that gives you,
That's a nat 20.
you still have disadvantage though because it's
Did
a
he
ranged
get crit?
attack with
Did he
melee.
crit? Oh,
It is 22 or nat 20.
All right, that hits.
That is 8 points of damage.
Solid hit.
And then I'm gonna like hit it with my gun.
So that's not at disadvantage.
No, I already did my bonus action.
Yep, you did. So you blow kind of a chunk out of this plant. Your mask has kind of adjusted because you've saved against one of them. You're now currently immune to the smell.
Okay.
But you still it just smells really strongly of onions, but it's not getting into your eyes or anything like that.
Yeah.
Lumber, what did you get on your roll?
17.
17. Okay. You kind of remember now, a couple days ago, you'd found some wild onions by the river.
Okay.
Planted them. And you remember last night this faint light? Because you still rest.
Mm-hmm.
Almost like kind of a greenish blue floating light. Well, you still have to rest for 4 hours.
I know. Oh.
But yeah, about that big, kind of float over, sprinkle something on them last night, and then
My
fly
onions.
off.
Jackass.
They begin as a patch of sweet onions in a forest thicket, raised to sentience when a great deal of pixie dust is spilled on them.
Did Pixie come through here?
Maybe.
Fairy.
Damn,
Pixie or fairy.
It specifically says pixie.
Pixie dust.
my
Anything can steal
Yep,
Does
pixie
it take an
dust.
action to change back?
Just take it.
No, you just drop it.
I'm going to move up to them.
I think it's a bonus action to change back.
Okay. I'm gonna move up to them
Mm-hmm.
as you two just see this wooden ox just quickly run over to one of the onions and just transforms into this 6'4" humanoid with these kind of, they look like they're supposed to be joint places, but they're kind of seem to be grown over with branches
The ox
and
appears to be a
bark.
transformer.
And then those two
A
kind of
wooden one.
you would see those two shaved like
Wooden treads.
those horns are actually just like spikes on his shoulders, and then just these
Ah, I see. You were made in the
branches going over
90s.
there. Yes, to go over and
You're
start speaking,
Marvel in
and
the
start
90s.
speaking in Sylvan.
Mm-hmm.
This is my home. They are on my property. And you can see
You're
that-
my onions.
No, they are on my property.
You
Find food somewhere else.
you hear this kind of once again this weird, almost squeaking gibberish. As they just kind of
But for them, they just hear me going, speaking in that same gibberish, but deep.
yeah.
Can you say it louder for the people in the back?
The two that you kind of ran up to kind of look up at you. We need food. Food points at you.
What
because
kind
you're
of
the ones
food?
that are right next to.
What kind of food?
Food for the matron.
Meat? You're a plant-based creature.
Hold that thought.
Eat, cannibalize.
Pause for a moment.
Roll a persuasion check.
You don't want me to do
Hold that
I
thought.
do.
that. You don't want me
I'll
to
give
do
you
that.
advantage because you're speaking Sylvan.
Okay.
Hold that thought.
They are very new creatures.
I got a 10. Because I
Okay.
got a plus.
They kind of look at each other. We'll see what happens on their turn.
It's still
How
my
much
turn.
time?
Yeah,
How
we'll
much
see what
health
happens.
is
on
everyone?
their
Can
turn.
I roll?
He's been hit a little bit, and the dragon's been hit a little bit. And
What
then you
do
got-
I roll
you're fine.
to
I'm
kind of
fine.
find some small
Hit points wise, I'm fine.
That'll be a survival check, but it's kind of a longer term thing. It's not something you can do in the middle of combat, especially in the middle of combat, because the loudness is going to scare most small game away.
question?
Yes.
Could I look in the tree if there are any squirrels?
Sure.
I'm just gonna turn around.
One moment.
I can't run back yet,
No.
but I'll be like, one moment. As you can see, the man just go,
A 90-degree angle.
yeah, pretty much.
Kind of holding, as I said, this like sharpened blade of
And
grass.
start
kind
to
of,
move away.
I get it.
Althor,
It's a blade of
you
grass.
can see now.
I get it. It's a blade of grass. Very funny, Joseph.
I'm just going off the stat block.
I know.
Hee hee.
Uh-huh.
What would Althor like to do?
So how many of them are up right now?
There's 6. 2
I mean,
on the dragon, 2 on you, and 2 on you.
All
The
right.
other 3 came up earlier. So
Well,
So-
no, it's that robot now.
2 questions.
Mhm.
Are there any of them in line?
Connor's missing out.
you could position to get 2 of them, yeah.
Okay, great. I'm gonna go ahead and do that.
If you want to hit you or
Yes.
you could get 3 of them. But it would hitting one of the you 2.
No, I think
Just those 2?
I'm just gonna hit 2. Yeah.
All right. So
And
he kind of positions. And what element is this again?
lightning,
All right.
30-foot line.
So you watch as this. You know of dragons. You live in this world. They're legends. You know of them.
Mm-hmm.
You've never seen one breathe an element. You've never seen a dragon breathe an element, especially like this. So Ferret You watch as this dragon kind of
though.
inhales, and you watch as there's this crackling light in their chest. It's as it impacts a tree across the clearing.
12 damage.
All right, and then the dex save.
Yes.
Ooh,
12.
okay. Natural 1 and an 8. So how much?
12 damage. Yes.
All right. So crackles through them, immediately smelling like burnt onions. Kind of
Cooked onions,
they're singed
but not
and
dead.
shaking, and you can see that they are very injured, but they are still alive. Kind of.
By the way, I was talking to all of them.
Uh
Those were just the ones directly there.
huh.
I could have
Yeah.
charged and done gore.
You could have.
I could have done 2d6
Yeah, they're just kinda-
piercing damage as well.
I do need Althor to make a Constitution saving throw. She's within 5 feet of one of the injured. What? He succeeded. Once you succeed, you're immune
How
to it.
much health is Alpha left?
Althor currently has 18
Half
HP. Like right now.
Yeah,
That's
about
18? I thought it was 16.
That's 18.
It's hard to tell.
I do
Yeah,
have a heal.
That is a
power.
It was 16. Numbers. Math.
It's
Okay,
Wait,
that-
Alpha
like,
succeeded earlier.
That is a dirty 20.
You're right, but now it's
It doesn't really matter.
yeah.
Alright.
Nothing really changed. So you're good now. You 2 are the only ones who haven't actually made the save. You are going to be unaffected by it. You're just far enough away.
So I just feel some poop behind me.
Well, The two that you were next to were not injured. It
Okay.
was two others.
They
Question.
hooted.
Am I allowed to talk outside my turn?
Short phrases, yes.
I'm just gonna turn
You
around.
do see kind of out of the
Yeah.
corner of your eye this lightning bolt strike at one
I'm
of the
going
trees.
to turn around and say,
Oh, is it a blue dragon?
It's a sapphire.
Sapphire.
in common, and then
That's force.
I'm going to say, turn around in
The
common,
actual stat block.
and then in Sylvan.
the one that we're using.
Stop fighting
The one
for a
in the
moment.
Dragons.
Turn around.
You were able to understand that.
Stop fighting for a moment, and then speaks in the chittering in the Sylvan again.
It's currently the hatchling one.
Yes.
Yeah.
More or less.
I think it leveled up a little bit because he's level 3.
Oh,
But yeah.
Stop fighting for a
Sapphire.
moment.
Wait,
Asian,
Did you hear that?
what would you like to
Stop
do?
fighting.
No. What happened was, Lumber just turned around. Like, his whole torso did a 180. Does a 180 and said, stop fighting for a moment. Chunk.
Hmm.
Um,
would you
Like
like
a
to
level 5, it can become a human.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
let me make a personal roll. No.
That dragon.
I don't know. It
What?
doesn't seem like fair.
No, it isn't. maybe smiles.
What else? What do you mean?
Nothing.
Um,
Dragon.
Yeah.
So
It's a
You
No.
have two that are in melee, and those are the ones that he came up and talked to.
Come on, man. Come on, don't do a personal roll. Don't.
You
don't
already
have
did.
to.
I already did.
Come on, man.
What are you doing?
It's just a 10. Come on.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna hit it.
All right.
No!
The one that you hit last time.
Yeah.
All right.
Is that one of the ones that
The
were
dome?
remote?
No.
Oh.
Oh wait. It was. I'm so sorry.
Oh, so one of them crumbles to dust.
No, one of them is barely alive. And
I thought that
mean
my
barely.
phone buzzed, you silly man. He farted. I thought my phone buzzed.
I ate burritos earlier.
Alright, I'm gonna hit the other one then.
All right.
Stupid boy.
Does an 18 hit?
Yes.
Wonderful. I rolled minimum damage last time, by the way.
Stop killing my onion.
Alright, that is
I really
a,
want to say that.
that's 10 damage.
All right.
I'm waiting for my turn.
So you manage to turn and it just kind of falls in two
I want
pieces.
my turn so I can go get squirrel.
All right. Would you like to move, or are you good?
I
There
just
are
hope
3
these
within
onions
reach
know
of you
anything
right
about
now.
property.
Or 2 that are within melee of you, 1 that's within your reach.
I am good where I am.
All right. Onion's turn.
Onion turn.
Onion-san.
The one that's in melee with the dragon is going to,
Aww. My
Yeah.
pen didn't work.
well, this one just got hit with a lightning bolt from the dragon.
Understandable.
Is going to disengage, and you watch as it just kind of basically feet together, and it disappears into the dirt, and you can feel it starting to leave.
Yeah, it's like 2 HP.
The 2 that are in melee with you, Ferric, one of them you hit pretty hard, or pretty decently, is going to take 2 they're taking swipes at you. One of them is going to miss with a 9, the other one is a 22. Does that hit?
A 9, a 20. Yeah. The
The 9.
9 points of damage.
Patrick, I had burritos. Stop making my phone buzz. Stop.
I'll fire the microphone next time.
No, do not.
Just for them fart lorries out
Just
there.
for the lulz.
Just for those fart fetish people out there.
No, don't say that live on Twitch.
Good man.
What?
We'll get a strike for that.
Yes, we will.
Farting.
So stop talking.
Alright.
There have been worse things said
So-
on the microphone.
Your shield kind of flickers a little bit, otherwise nothing really happens.
How much damage?
It was 9.
Okay, so first,
Oh yeah, it's reduced.
it's reduced by 1d8.
Reduce it by 8. Take 1.
Possibly.
The shield only takes 1 point of damage. There's 2 shields right now.
3 technically.
The law.
He has the one that reduces the damage. He has the temporary hit point shield, and he has one that increases.
Okay, it was 6.
His armor.
It
So
did it.
you take 3 damage to your shield. The 2 that are in melee with you that you were directly next to, kind of.
They can follow me if they feel like it.
One of them is.
It's just
Do
walking.
you take an attack of opportunity?
Don't you dare make a personal roll.
Making a person roll for my dragon.
Ah,
That's not the one that's in melee. The one that was in melee with your dragon disengaged and left. This is you.
oh, it ran.
It disengaged, disappeared into the ground, and started burrowing
Come
away.
on, man.
You can see almost like the cartoonish color of the ground.
I'm hungry.
You don't need to eat
I am
onions.
hungry.
Onions are food, though.
It doesn't
I-
matter. He didn't hit anyone.
Yes,
Oh,
I did.
Onion-san.
Okay, so that is a 21 to hit.
That hits.
Yes, it does.
That's a. It's an Undertale reference.
Hit it
That is 10 damage. Slash it.
All right.
I need to get a melee weapon. Is it dead?
I do need you to make
You want a
a
hand axe?
The Constitution.
Constitution saving throw.
It's 1d4.
This is the first one that you've injured within your range.
The hand axe.
No,
1d.
What'd you get?
I did not.
He did
You're
not.
blind now.
Is a hand axe
Hey,
1d6?
you
Yes.
won't be able to hit next turn.
Well, you can try. But it kind of.
Is it my turn?
I'm gonna roll. Well, no, there's one that was gonna attack him. This
Okay.
one, because it got slashed, I'm gonna roll to see if it still follows.
It doesn't have to.
Yeah, it
It
starts
doesn't.
to leave, turns around, and is just gonna stab you.
I don't blame it.
Has advantage because you're blind.
Do you blame it?
No.
15.
Ooh, really not. To hit?
To hit?
Yes.
No, I missed.
Okay. So you're just kind of like
Blind.
rubbing at your eyes, and you feel.
Dunk.
Well, no, it feels like something just kind of taps you in the chest, where most of your armor is. The one that is still in melee, because it threw one of its little darts, is going to just slash at you. Oh, you're lucky. 25 instead of a nat 20.
Oh.
One away. 5 points of slashing damage.
My turn now.
Dragon. That was those two.
I am
Oh, yep.
bloodied.
Can I turn around and just grab the onion by the head?
Yeah.
Pick it
Roll a.
Do I even have to?
You do.
What's my?
It's not willing.
What's my CMB?
You roll an athletics check.
Okay. I got a 13.
Cool. I got a 7. So you
I'm just gonna
grab
pick
it
it
by
up
the
by the
head.
head. Look, I'm just gonna do.
Put me down.
One moment.
Need food for the matron.
I am getting food.
In a minute!
I'm hungry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, certainly I'm hungry.
In a minute!
I'm gonna go
Walk
over.
over to the tree.
Is there?
Beat it
How do I
to
look for squirrels in
It's
this
either
thing?
an investigation or survival check.
Whichever one's higher?
Yeah.
One moment. Well, my survival is a 5, and my investigation is a 1. And I got a 16.
All right.
How many squirrels do I find?
So you start looking around.
I'm just saying just a...
Mm-hmm. You see a hole, and it's not a squirrel, but you see what looks like
a bird.
It looks like a raccoon.
It's
There
rocky.
appears to be no signs of.
I am going to reach in, pull it by the tail.
Make another athletics check real quick, just to see.
Hold
If,
on to the...
no,
onion.
to see if you're able to grab the raccoon, because it is trying. It doesn't want to be grabbed.
7.
Cool. I got a 7. So we're gonna roll again.
Okay.
Okay.
17.
19. So you reach your arm in and you kind of get a hold of it. You can feel it, and you kind of are just. There's like a little, bite
Can I
marks.
try
Not,
again?
not on this.
Just
turn.
one more time,
Nope.
please.
Nope. That was your action, basically your bonus action.
Bonus action, become tree.
No, that's not.
Can I
something
make
he
the
can do.
onion do it?
You can just put him in the hole.
I'm not gonna do that. Do it.
You can just hold him up to the
No.
hole if you want
It's gonna
to.
be his turn.
At some
I'm
point.
gonna show him the raccoon.
All right. Ferric. We swap things
It would have
around.
been so funny if I did grab it just.
Is there any?
Boom.
There are two in melee with you.
Only I had a good one.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna hit.
Get a good beating stick.
It's cat tax.
You know what? I rolled a disadvantage with my gun anyway. I'm just gonna use my cantrip. Throw.
Seems fair. What'd you get?
11.
That misses.
Yeah.
And
Just
you kind of-
you see this like ball, this try to describe how it looks in the game.
It's like a rippling ball,
Like
right?
this rippling ball, purple ball that just
It-
shoots out of my.
It slams
glove.
into the ground, and this thing just, like literally, just kind of balls up, and it just kind of
Kind of
pops up.
shoots dirt everywhere.
Yeah,
The hell?
yeah, basically. Get a bonus action.
You sit right there, but it also doesn't feel like a bit.
You got a bonus action, boy. You have anything you want to do with it?
I'm gonna attempt to hit it.
All right, attempt to hit.
One of them will be fine.
You hope.
I still love him. He's just.
Mhm. Does not want.
Does not want him. But gets anyway.
18.
Yeah, that hits.
5 points of damage. That's max damage with the gun.
You know
in
what?
hand.
I'm just gonna do this.
Oh my goodness. Just hope you don't.
All right. So, all right. Ulthor. There is the one that was in melee with her, disengaged and burrowed under the ground. There's one in melee with you, one in his hand, and one in melee with this odd gentleman.
He's blind.
Yeah, but it's the dragon's turn.
Oh, dang it.
I'm not
Alright.
blind.
Okay.
You have a mask.
I'm just trying to. I'm
He
literally
thinks I'm
trying
a
to
wolf.
solve this. I'm just trying to solve this as peacefully as possible.
Wouldn't
Get
Wouldn't
food.
Lumber think I'm just a warforged?
No,
You-
he actually hasn't noticed you.
Oh, that's right. I did not show up without the
So I'm going.
Well, Lumber hasn't seen you
He hasn't noticed you at all.
without the helmet yet.
I'm going to
Oh.
say to Lumber. Well, I'm going to point at them. Get food.
I'm getting food.
So what's the dragon doing? Gonna eat? Nom.
You eat nom.
Yum yum.
One of the one in
Bite.
melee with you.
Yes.
Okay.
We are flanking it.
All right. Yep. Go ahead and make an attack roll with advantage.
That is a 8. 19.
19.
That's
That
the number.
hits.
8d6. Yes, man. 10 damage.
All right.
9 damage.
9 damage.
What?
That still finishes it off. Another chomp.
I could see it.
Just kind of spends basically the rest of her
That's a
turn
reasonable
eating it.
possibility. It's a reasonable timeline.
You are blind, so Teijin, what are you doing?
Tajin?
Teijin.
Tajin? You said Tajin the whole time. Then I
Wow.
went Tajin.
Does it matter?
Alright.
Whatever comes out of my mouth.
Yes.
You can feel your dragon nearby.
I'm going to go to Dragon.
Dragon.
Oh, hello, Dragon.
Oh, hello.
Yes.
Hello.
You have found the
Hello.
dragon.
I would like to mount the dragon.
All right. So that's half your movement.
Mm-hmm.
You looked at me first.
So you made a face first.
It doesn't have human form.
Anything else?
That will be enough.
All right.
Neither does
It is the last two onions' turn. It's the one in melee with you.
And the one that's looking
You
inside
are
of a raccoon
untouched.
hole.
It's been slashing at you, and your shield,
And it's
your
like,
energy field is just kind of going.
I'm like,
And, also, and the
You're
one that's at a
injured.
raccoon hole.
Yeah.
I'm pretty hurt.
Okay.
these onions appear to be ineffective.
One of them's gonna kind of
In effect.
run over and you have an attack of opportunity if you wish to take it.
In effect. Say.
Right.
So it's just like,
It is a disadvantage because it's technically in melee by the time you make the attack of opportunity.
yeah, but you see, thematically,
Yeah.
if I hit it,
It's following it
Go
as
ahead
it
and make
goes.
an attack
Where's it going?
to attack the most injured person.
Oh, him.
Yeah. It needs to
He's
be
also blind.
19.
19. So you're no
At
longer
disadvantage?
blinded. It goes away at the start of their turn.
disadvantage.
At disadvantage.
Yes.
17.
Still hits.
It's really
Go ahead and roll.
7 points of damage.
so literally it's just,
It's still
It
up.
starts running.
It kind of stumbles. And then it's going to
Do I have the only one that's gonna survive?
probably stand at the base and it's just going to kind of slash at your leg because that's the only thing.
you damn right you have the only one that's gonna survive. And not for long
It-
either.
It slashes
I'm planning on killing that thing.
and whatever
Little Poppy has the go.
magical enhancement, I guess, that this blade of grass has been has had, it just kind of basically just slaps your leg with the blade of grass.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. It rolled a natural one.
So the blade of grass became limp.
Does that provoke an attack of
Not in
opportunity?
D&D.
It is.
The one in your
Oh.
hands is kind of what?
Raccoon,
Too small.
there's only one of you.
Need food for matron.
I will find more. Take this for now.
Pulls a thorn out and is gonna throw it at the raccoon.
It hits you.
Pulls and just ow! Got a natural one as well.
I will deal with it.
Hey,
Is it my turn
put
now?
me down.
Is it my turn now?
Yes.
I'm going to take out my club and just jam it in there.
Make an attack roll.
No wait. As you guys see,
Mm-hmm.
on this arm, it's just a lot. It's thicker than this arm, and he just grabs it, pulls off a giant piece, and jams it into the hole. Attack roll. I got a 15 on the die, and I'm going to hit a record.
Yeah, that hits.
There's no D4.
Yeah, it is.
I don't have a D4.
Here.
I like my rounded D4.
Huh.
Your cursed one.
Yeah. I got a 6.
Cool. You killed the raccoon.
As I pull it out,
It just kind of
take that for now. I'll have more. I will have more later. Be nice. Be nice.
put me down.
If you be nice, I will put you down.
Roll an intimidation check.
I'm not being intimidating.
You are intimidating the small creature.
It is being intimidating,
Yes.
regardless on if I'm actually. No,
Does it count as an
I got a
animal?
natural 1.
Out of curiosity, does this count as an animal?
No, it counts as a plant.
I'm going to go to the
It counts as
opposite.
a plant creature.
So where's the garden? Right? Where is that?
if you were looking at if where the onions were and go about 5 feet in a slightly different direction, that's where your
I'm just
actual
gonna-
garden is.
Okay, I'm gonna turn 20 feet away from it,
Mhm.
turn its head, put it down, and say, "Go."
Ferret,
Two.
there are 2 left. One of them,
Turn-
this wooden man has put down at the edge of this little clearing-ish area and is shooing away. The other one is trying to attack the dragon.
Patrick, I did this. Patrick, I just went,
Go.
"Go."
Are you attacking which one?
We'll attack.
Okay, go ahead.
You're
and make
attacking
an
the
attack roll.
dragon?
The one that's attacking the
I know.
Go ahead and roll.
I'll just close this for now.
No. Where are you? Come back. God damn it. There you are.
No. Not spaghetti.
Spaghetti.
Not spaghetti.
To hit.
Oh, Patrick, why
13
would
to
you
hit.
do that?
Does it?
It's not. It manages to kind of duck behind one of the dragon's legs, so you kind of have to like go off a little bit so you don't shoot the dragon.
Watch him not care and
It
just
just
kind
kinda-
of anyway. Kills the dragon.
That's it. That's all you got.
I like how I haven't thrown a single attack.
You attack the raccoon.
I did attack the raccoon.
Dragon.
It is crushed, but it is a
The
raccoon.
dragon looks. Both the dragon and its rider looks pretty injured.
I'm gonna go over to.
Okay.
Oh, Joseph.
That's it.
sorry,
That's
I
all
need to
it is.
describe.
Alright.
After I put down
for
the
it.
sorry.
Yes.
After I put down the onion,
Mm-hmm.
I just slam the club back into my forearm, and it just melds back.
Bicep.
Yeah.
Bicep. Forearm.
Oh right, sorry. Melds back in.
Althor.
By forceps arm.
There's one onion left, and it is trying to stab the rider.
One,
Nom,
onion,
nom, nom, nom.
one onion left,
There's one left because there's yours.
which is going to run away on its turn.
There's technically two if you want, but
But what would the point of that be?
all right, go ahead and make an attack. You basically just have to hit.
I
That's
still
it.
advantage, right?
No.
Okay.
The advantage was because it was technically grappled
Ah,
or prone or whichever one I decided.
probably prone, I guess. All right, so that'll hit. That's the 20.
Yeah.
At least.
Go ahead and
More.
roll damage.
I did mean a 20 total, not.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. That is 12.
Yeah.
Is it just eats the onion?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm just like I forgot it was the
How many
dragon.
are left?
Because I didn't
There's the
remember.
one that he put down.
That's right.
That will be its
Are
turn.
you doing anything? There's one left. You can attack it if you want.
But
But it seems like it's
over
preparing.
Pull out my crossbow.
It's like over there. But it's so far away.
Alright.
There'd be no point.
And then yeah, it
you don't
just
want to waste the
blossoms.
bolt.
So combat is over.
I'm going
The
to.
smell of onions
I'm assuming my
penetrates the
structure.
clearing.
I'm assuming my structure has just completely been.
Yeah, by the time you look over, it's all just.
No, I know. I don't even acknowledge it. I just go over, grab the tools grab the axe I have inside, go over to the tree, and just start chopping.
Mhm.
So we have defeated the onion horde. There were
Actually, it'd be more like
She
30
she
onions.
goes and
Talking
eat,
to yourself.
she goes and eats the rest of the onions.
there were
Oh,
30 onions, and with my allies, I single-handedly defeated them.
so just actually instead of going grabbing the axe, I'm going to go over to some onion remains. Are there any seeds?
They didn't have time to go to flower, so no.
Are there any? Do any of my plants have any seeds?
Not yet.
Okay.
No.
Then would there be any kind
Deboned
of
them.
plants with seeds near me that I can see?
Roll a.
I don't think you're getting
survival.
seeds, boy.
Nature?
Either of them. Survival or
Well,
nature.
nature will be higher.
Will it?
Why? Yeah. No, it actually will not.
Yeah, nature's intelligence check.
Nope.
Yeah, it's just not. It's not that season.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Then I will just turn around, do what I said, grab the axe, and just.
You're
Who are you?
for some reason very rusty axe already.
My and his voice, well, his helmet on is more like, "Who are you?" It's a voice modulator, so it's
So the
sounds
axe, the axe I
weird.
had is like
sounds like a wolf.
the axe I had is just a stick with a stone
Yeah,
jammed on the
it's
top of it.
Stone Age tools.
Yeah, and I'm just chunk. Because I didn't have any metal on me. I
Yeah.
also don't know how to make it.
Mm-hmm.
What is your name, friend? Hello?
Hello. Who are you? I am called Lumber.
Yes, you are.
Aha!
That you are, yes.
Good
How tall
good
is he?
job.
So
You said 5'8", right?
Yeah.
he's average height.
I
So
tower over you.
he's not a tall guy.
Uh,
6'2".
okay, so I'm not that much taller.
So Aaron, I need to point out every character you made. You are obsessed with being tall.
No, I just like knowing how tall. It gives me a visual.
You still like being taller. Are you are you
You think Jarn is taller than
No, are
everyone?
you insecure about your height? Aaron?
Yes.
Okay. I'm content.
The robot does not seem to respond.
Wait, what did you say? Something else?
This purple light goes over you, but you are very engrossed in working. It registers.
No longer fauna.
Well, it
It's flora.
doesn't register. It's just kind of like, yeah, basically you're
By the way, I'm
It
chopping-
registers as alive, and that's it.
By the way, I'm chopping
kind of.
branches off of the tree.
You are breaking branches
Yeah,
off the
a lot
tree.
of magical
I'm
energy.
Like the slightly bigger branches off.
Does it tell
You were hitting them with
if
a
someone
rock
has a
on the
connection?
You're not.
Yeah.
I am
Yeah.
checking.
It is blood force damage.
Same with that one.
Yeah, but the rock.
But you
is
didn't actually
sharp.
scan him yet.
What is this?
Or he doesn't have to do this. It's more just press the button.
It scans as alive.
Kinda.
It would say undead.
No, that's not what he is.
He's a reborn, right?
Yeah, it's.
No.
He's just partially
Oh,
translucent.
hold up. Here, hold this.
It registers as alive.
Hold up.
And connection to death.
Let me take a look real quick. Imperfect undeath. You are humanoid, but your partial transition into undeath makes you susceptible to effects that target undeath.
Is that the background?
That's the race.
Oh.
His background is game board. Yeah. Yeah, it registers as alive,
I'm gonna grab some of the branches right.
undead,
With
alive,
the-
undead,
yeah.
alive, undead. It just kind of keeps flipping back and forth.
I'm gonna.
He registers as alive and a machine. Just back and forth,
Yeah.
but it still has a connection
Or
to
with, I think it would say living machine.
Not yet. Oh wait, yeah, dead.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Unity or Death. This one's magic.
Like piles.
Similar.
Yeah.
You scan
The
the dragon. Just registers as a living creature.
Just
connection.
reptilian.
Yeah.
Joseph. I grab the branches.
Have a magic connection. No.
Start using a small stone and just peeling on
It
off and
appears
start
my-
turning it
My
into
compatriots
string
are
and rope.
connected to death. Odd.
Joseph, I'm turning
Let's
the
investigate for
I'm
further.
stripping the bark and like this branch I'm turning into rope.
Okay. Yeah. Or at least the material.
Yeah.
What are you doing, Lumber? What are you doing? Making rope. For what purpose? Great, another pile.
You have no idea how much I hate the concept of you to meet him. Oh no.
What?
What? Go back in your seat. Patrick!
You're a little off.
Yes. So you tapped me again?
Are you and your dragon doing anything
Say it.
at the moment?
No.
He's
I
kinda-
am nomming down on one of the onions.
So Patrick.
I mean, you're eating a raw onion.
Are you
It has a
asking
little
me what I do?
weird,
Do anything?
like, you know how some mushrooms have like a meaty
Yeah.
texture?
Hmm.
That's a thing.
Okay.
That's kind of how the onion has. It has a very.
Why are
odd
you making
texture,
rope? To build a house.
Because it's not just.
Why
an
are you-
onion.
Why are you building a house?
For people to live in.
I'm going to scratch the wooden robot named Lumper off the list of companions.
As I get enough, I'm gonna start
Compatriots.
eating them together. I'm very delicate.
As
wouldn't
you
expect
guys
that.
are observing and eating and working, the two onions that escaped and or were let go,
Come back with a vengeance.
well, they come back. No raccoon. It's only been a couple minutes max.
First, I love how I don't acknowledge them, but I always acknowledge the onion.
Hydration.
Is that hydration?
Yeah.
Hydration?
Right
an
here,
old one.
you and me.
No, there's a second one.
So I will notice them and stop my rope making and turn around and walk toward them.
We need food. The matron is hungry.
One moment.
You see
Where's
me
the
eating
nearest,
one of
like-
the Patriots.
Where's the nearest large food source of meat? Can I roll nature?
Yeah, nature.
Yeah, right over there. It's blue.
Okay.
and-
That's a 17.
Yeah, right over there.
Outside of the river, which has a pretty decent amount of fish,
Mhm.
there tends to be quite a few, specifically deer and other such creatures that are larger.
Mhm.
If you're wanting number, fish is probably the best option. There's probably an
I'm going
infinite number
to
of
point
mites.
them to the location of where a deer would be, and then say, "If you decide to come back, I can teach you how to fish. You will not need."
We need food now.
I think the fish are as big, or might be a bit too big for them.
One moment.
Wait, you didn't say it.
I'm not
I
near.
would
I'm not near a river.
I wouldn't have understood that.
I mean, there's one like a couple miles out, but not immediately. No,
Do I have a little phone?
no.
Okay, I figured not.
There might have been one here before.
Where would be the
but everything's
nearest
kind
food
of
source I could get to
meat based?
besides the dragon?
You're not sure. You haven't really. You're not a hunter by trade,
No. But
so you're not really sure. You know where all the most of the plants are in the area, but yeah.
okay.
Are you sure we can't eat him? He's almost dead.
I just now noticed.
Hungry.
I noticed you were here. Which one's almost dead?
I mean, you just kind of hear this
Oh wait, I can't.
squeaking and just kind of points at the guy on the dragon.
I'm gonna go over to him. How are you feeling? Question.
I'm in pain.
Question.
Yes.
What is the name of your matriarch? How much do you have?
The matron.
How do? If I promised I would get you lots of food soon, would you leave?
I don't know. That's not up for us.
No, I mean, would you two leave now?
No, we can't go back empty-handed. He will eat us.
Will you come with me so I can help you get lots of food?
Yes.
I'm just gonna start walking toward the river.
There's a brief little conversation, and you watch as the two onions
And Lumber start walking.
Yeah, start walking.
In
In the direction of of the river is maybe a mile and a half that
As
direction.
I'm walking through, I'm just gonna. If there are there any smaller trees?
There's a few.
I'm going to.
I'm just gonna grab one as I'm going, rip it out of the ground, and then start just pull
That's
out.
what I'm gonna do to you.
Just pull out because I keep some small tools
Yeah.
inside. I'm just gonna pull one of those and start
Inside.
sharpening it into a spear.
I'm
Like a
gonna use
fishing
one of my
spear.
powers
All right.
on him.
Mm-hmm.
First aid.
Okay.
So I just put my hand on you, and this light basically envelops you, and you heal 5 hit points.
Woohoo! Thank you.
That
How's your
felt
dragon looking?
weird.
18 out of 32.
It's like one of the. It's like
About 50%.
It's fine. I'll do it on it too. 7.
Kind of flinches away.
And it's like green.
If there are any-
the whole dragon.
once I finish. 'Cause it's not gonna take long to show.
Healing some of its wounds.
Once I do that, I'm just gonna chunk. I'm just gonna do this chunk, and then grab 2 tiny ones.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Pull out an onion out of the ground. That's what I'm gonna do to you. Crush its
You
head.
guys just see me and you see Lumber and
No.
2 onion people just walking in a direction.
Where are you going?
Should we follow them? You haven't learned your lesson.
You also haven't eaten yet.
And I'm going.
We did kill some of the onion people.
Those are all gone at this point. Dragon was hungry,
That dragon ate all of them.
and you had a couple of them.
And I don't need food. Joseph,
It also just smells like cooked onions at this point.
I just thought of something. Joseph, I just thought of something. The reason I know how to do all of this is because once the apocalypse started, once all that started, my nobleman, who didn't know how to do any of that stuff, forced me to learn.
Mm-hmm.
Should we follow him?
So now I know.
No. Yes. Mm.
Okay, Aaron,
Make
you're
it
gonna have to make a new
personal.
character to be a part of this party.
Stop rolling and make
You-
decisions for yourself.
You unfortunately have made a character who refuses.
Oh no, I'm
I'm not
he's going to
refusing.
the quest.
Hey, you guys are the ones
Yeah.
not doing something.
Actually-
I'm doing something.
Actually, you
I
know
feel
what?
like this voice of the god as I hear. What was that? What was that narrator?
What was that, Weaver?
No. Sorry, the narrator of the video game we're playing.
Oh.
What was that?
Mm.
It appears that the NPC companion is going towards the quest.
Okay,
Okay,
I'm
guys.
not the NPC companion.
No, you're one of the party members.
Yes, I am.
I'm the player character because I'm the one out of place. It has to be the case.
You are.
Just imagine,
Actually-
just imagine that, like a fantasy type video game where the main character is a sci-fi.
That'd be so funny.
Elden Ring, but you're from Star Wars.
Elden Ring, but you from Bloodborne. You have a gun.
Mmm.
That runs out.
It's literally just Elden Ring, but you're from Mass Effect. So
Yeah. Oh.
You'd still lose.
somehow.
Yeah, you'd die.
Anyway,
You can't
actually,
come back.
I'm considering. Actually, you didn't eat any of the onions. I'm sorry. He's.
You would see some unripe
Let's follow
food.
My stomach is going.
You would see some unripe
We're
plants.
following him.
Joseph. My small garden is just a mix of there's some small tomato plants, carrots, potatoes, food.
We're following.
I don't need it, but
Yeah.
I don't know what else to do.
Hydration.
As you all are walking, the onions kind of stop, hey, and just burrow into the ground, leaving just that little sprout poking up. As you can hear this faint voice, and you guys can start to hear this too,
And
as
understand.
it is growing louder.
I need the book of animals.
You
now.
don't. It
This
goes
right here?
through
No,
your
that
crown,
just has the cow.
straight to the middle of your head.
Wait, what? Oh, I don't feel it. do
Oh.
You hear it audibly.
I? Okay, but like, it's not gonna be like what they feel.
No.
Oh.
Where are the page of these?
Back of the book.
Back to book.
Back like
The
right in there. That section.
Nope.
good thing is
Uh,
most of the
nope.
aspect stuff carries over really well into D&D. The problem is everything is in meters.
But
What
What you
I
hear-
am? Okay.
piercing into your head, you also hear it.
I
and
hear
going
the
into your-
ringing,
Well, you hear it in the middle of your head.
but it's not like.
It doesn't feel the same.
Mhm.
It feels real different from you.
I'm going to just.
Do you think you've had anyone speak into your head via message, sending, anything like that before?
Not since I was young.
It feels familiar then in that regard, but you just haven't felt it in a while.
I'm just going to transform into an elk,
Okay.
like an actual. As you can see, as it's not
Out
you know,
of
the
habit.
it's not the robotic transformers. It's more
So
like,
instead of the turtle hiding in its shell, you hide in a different form.
I'm not hiding. I'm just transforming
Grow
into a
country
different
grow.
into an animal.
But what you hear
One clearly
is,
not an animal.
No.
in this kind of raspy voice, "Hail the age of apocalypse, for your death is here. I shall reap you all into my master's fold, for I am the end times made flesh." And then it repeats.
Edge?
Is there any?
Is that you?
What you see after, what are you doing? You hear that echoing in your head.
No.
Do I hide?
What do you
What do you think?
Well, they had.
I didn't.
You did.
I did not.
I have innate intelligence. I can take it. I can take
But
it.
does your
I'm gonna like hide behind a tree.
All right,
I
roll
can
stealth
take
check.
it. I'm still on the back of my dragon.
his dragon is smarter than him?
So
Yeah.
All right. You're wearing very bright colors.
Also medium.
So you're not hiding?
I am not hiding. I'm on the back of my dragon.
Does your
My
dragon
dragon has
hide?
higher intelligence than me.
Uh-huh.
Do I roll a disadvantage for stealth
Yes.
for my dragon? All right. That is a 14 stealth.
Okay.
The dragon's like, this is not smart.
And you are just hurting into it.
Yes.
So I would like you. We're gonna call this. We're gonna call this a nature check to see
What?
if a nature check to see if
Okay.
you know how to act natural.
Well, I got it.
18. Okay. So yeah, you are.
Now, if
acting
we're
as-
staying true to the character.
You are
no.
acting.
No! That's the character,
Um,
not at all.
Good enough for
You
me.
were acting like an elf, kind of eating. Do you spook when the creature shows itself?
Depends on what it is.
What you see and what you guys can see shortly after, because he's a little bit ahead of you, is what looks like a maybe 7-foot tall. At first, just looks like a walking bush, but you see closer, and it is definitely humanoid, but it's covered in these fungal growth growing up the side of its head, its face. You can see where it probably was partially decapitated, but there's just this fungus.
This is a good one. I'm going to keep asking if I've seen something like this now.
I mean, you've seen undead that look like this, none that talk.
I am not doing this.
As it just continues talking, and you can see following behind it, probably a dozen or so smaller but still humanoid sized various undead, zombies, skeletons. See a ghoul, but you haven't seen a. Ghouls are just very gaunt undead.
They look even undeadier.
Yeah, they're very pale, but these are all held together
Think
with
until dawn Wendigo.
vines,
To never.
mushrooms. All of them are covered in these kind of purplish flowers, specifically roses. As it's just calling out, and you can see as you're watching, some dead creatures, not people, start to kind of walk out of the woods. Still undead, these kind of, like, you see what looks like a large bear crawling along, eyes blank, covered in fungus. And it's just kind of
I am not going to spook.
following after.
So, I'm just gonna...
And what does it do when it sees me?
Does it see
Or
Um,
us?
It, it seems to regard you.
I got a 6.
Neil.
and eats you?
And it's looking in your
And you're
direction, but it's
dead.
not looking at you. It's just kind of, and you feel that almost oppressive in the center of your head.
Patrick, who needs to roll a new character?
As that you watch as it just kind of pulls off of its back, literally a large scythe. Neil.
I thought you said meal.
The scan.
Are you gonna
It
name it?
registers as undead, plant, and you might as well be scanning one of those vials of death. Just kind of just hide behind a tree, you dropping.
It's like,
Because it's kind of flipping back
basically,
and
it's
forth.
all death. It's like,
So, do they acknowledge
I
that you're
kneel.
not getting spooked?
No.
Okay.
I kneel.
It gently touches the scythe to your, like on your back, almost as if it was knighting you. And it is, I mean, literally deathly cold. You feel the heat start
Through
to
the
get
helmet?
sucked out of your, sucked out of your body for a second. And then it just continues walking. It does notice you, and it stops because it has you barely failed against its passive perception. Turns. Kneel.
Why?
Kneel.
And it does. It had put the knife away, but it just kind of grabs it again and regards you and the dragon. Kneel.
I don't think this is gonna work. However, I'm gonna try to use my power on it.
It does not work.
Dang.
Neil.
It's all.
Could I see that he tried to do something?
Well, you
'Cause I-
see, he focuses on the creature for a second, and your little device kind of flashes a second with, as if someone's attempting to use a power, and then it just kind of goes dark. But you can also see that this creature is staring intently, kind of center mass, because it doesn't seem to actually have eyes. It's just kind of looking in your direction and your dragon.
It's looking at you, but you can't tell.
It shifts the scythe over to two hands. Kneel.
The dragon being smarter does stuff. Well,
Ghostly flesh.
Alright, so you just go transparent?
Yep, and now I have a fly speed of 30 feet. And I am going away.
what about your dragon?
My dragon has a fly speed
Oh, yeah.
of
You do, it does, as it's
20
saying, it
feet.
shifts the scythe and pops into the ground. I need both of you to make wisdom saving throws, as it says kneel
As it's
one more
doing
time.
that, can I? It's not looking at me, right? Or any of the
They're all just kind of,
looking
So
at
it
my
hasn't acknowledged
their-
me at all.
all the rest of them have their eyes locked on the main one.
Okay, so I'm going to cast throw in a random direction away from us
Okay.
to try and get their attention.
Go ahead.
His attention.
Yeah,
the
go
big
ahead and
ones.
just roll damage.
Okay.
I'm going to use Druid Craft.
Can't do that one.
6.
Elf form. Okay, we'll get to that.
And by the
Wisdom
way,
saving throw
it
for you and your
does
dragon.
push things
Yeah.
12 meters.
So I got a 2, and
Mm-hmm.
my dragon got a 17.
Okay. So you
19, actually.
start to float off, and then
Stop.
you feel your body drop to the ground on one knee. Kneeling, your dragon, though, continues flying out of sight. And it just kind of it looks over in the direction.
You gotta make a new dragon, sorry, boy.
It puts the scythe back on its back, and it turns that direction, and it's basically almost like a long train.
The
maybe,
one where I. Yeah, okay.
maybe almost 20 creatures at this point
Mhm.
as it starts to walk off. And you can see as they march out of view, small beasts, squirrels, undead, all of them passed away naturally or otherwise,
Start following it.
start following in this train.
Until eventually it's gone.
Marches out of sight.
As it does.
You only have to kneel till it's out of sight.
So
before
what
you
was that?
feel your body
Do the
rolled
onion,
back
do
to
the
your
little onion
No.
boys come out?
They waited good another 60 seconds before it goes out of
Mhm.
sight for you guys.
It is gone.
So my form becomes solid again.
So, do you know
Well,
what that was?
yeah.
Yeah. After, because it
No.
lasts 1 minute.
No. Okay. Do you know what that was? Do you know who. What did it say?
Hail the age of apocalypse, for your death is here. I shall reap you into my master's fold, for I am the end times made flesh.
But he didn't do the same. He didn't tap you
See-
with the scythe, right?
What they think of is going to be very different than what I think of
Mhm.
when it says that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to think of the end,
Yeah.
which I know, but I don't know that it's happened.
Or is
I think because I knew it was
I know
supposed
it's
to
already
happen.
happened.
No, I knew it was supposed to happen soon,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't know that it happened already.
Mm-hmm.
And because if it did, I should be dead.
No, you should. Dead is the wrong
I shouldn't
word.
be existing right
shouldn't
now.
be.
So I think it's talking about like it's a I think it's a servant of the void.
Did not register as the void, it registered as death.
I know,
So.
but I think it's like a servant of the void that was made from death.
Like,
But yeah, you regained control over your body as
Or-
soon as it had gone out of sight.
As the onion boys kind of come out, I'm gonna just pat one on the head. It is okay.
That's pretty scary.
Yes, I know.
Oh, you little
Next,
shit.
how small are they?
Like 2.5 feet tall. They're the size of
2.5
like
feet.
yeah, they're like the size of toddlers.
Next time I open my chest, hide in.
It's safer in the dirt. She
It did
brings
not
light.
acknowledge. Oh, well, shit. I do not have life.
Yeah, you do, and it pokes you, and you see a little onion sprout out of your leg.
I can't understand it though.
I mean, it tastes like a little wild.
I'm gonna scan one of
grass.
the. As I do that, I'm going to just grab some dirt
Mhm.
and a flower blooms out of it.
I'm scanning one of the onion.
Unless you tell me otherwise, it is a purple rose.
Okay.
So it kind of holds. It just kind
I'm
of.
just gonna
I'm scanning one of the onion boys.
Don't like those. Registers as magic. Plant, alive, but magic.
The little rose.
That just registers as a plant. And magic and death.
Then I'm just gonna grab like.
Okay.
Then what I'm gonna do is I'm going to
Most things that you've scanned have either been magic or death in this.
Yeah.
Then
place.
what I'm gonna do? I'm just
But
gonna
those are stronger than just the ambient.
I'm gonna then put my hand on the ground, and then sprouting around them are clovers. 4-leaf clovers.
I need food.
This way. Where are we going?
The river.
Are we?
Yes.
Yes. Where is it?
This way.
Is it close?
It was like a mile from where you were, so not too much. I mean, probably still about a mile. So through the brush, 10 minutes. Because it's all overgrown and all that.
Not too far.
Okay.
Dang, I'm hitting you. Sorry.
Get-
So, you guys walk for a while. The onion seemed unfazed by the undergrowth.
As did I. I'm just walking through it.
You're still physically bothered, like you still have to push through, but they
Mhm.
seem like they're able to pass through unfazed.
Mm-hmm.
Your dragon came back not too long after they left.
Yeah.
But you almost fall into the river because there is no break between the tree line and the water line. You just kind of walk through and you're like,
I
oh,
just walk in.
my boot's wet now.
Just
You're like, oh,
just
right.
I don't even. I just walk
Mhm.
straight into
You know,
the
long
river.
it takes
The
to
onions.
waterproof these.
They kind of go to the edge. Where's food?
I'm
It's
going
just water.
to pull off.
Kick them into the
little-
water.
No, pull off the little spears I made. Hand them to them. Hop on.
Climb onto your back.
And then I'm going to take my big spear and start teaching them how to fish.
All right. So you see.
Do I roll survival?
Yeah, roll survival check.
Okay, that is an 18.
All right. So you see.
Spear fishing.
You've heard of
How
this.
many fish do I catch?
Yeah, I know, but
We'll see what
why
happens.
does it have
It'll
just
take a little
onions?
bit of time.
How many fish do I catch?
We'll
I
see.
don't know.
Okay.
why do you have the onions?
You didn't call me.
I didn't earlier. Did you respond?
This is different.
Throw a grenade at
I'm
him.
working. I'm in work mode.
Oh, great.
One of them's catching on pretty quick. The other one takes a little bit.
I
It's
just, I just,
cousin.
what I do is I just do this,
It's
Joseph.
the one was at 1 hit point.
Joseph, what I do is I'm just gonna pat it and go, "You are doing good." So that's the
Yeah.
cheapest one, and then there's the other one.
It's the one that's at 1 hit point.
And the one that I really
And
want
that
to.
got very electrocuted.
It's the one that I really
I
want
want
to.
to use
Alright.
mending.
I don't think it's
It-
gonna work.
Patches up what? Well, there isn't actually any open wounds. It's all
Okay.
just it's lightning damage.
I really want to shoot it
No,
so badly.
I will use.
If this is a video game, I'd quick save
what
and do
happens
it.
is you can patch up the visible damage, but it
You
doesn't
don't get
heal
that.
it.
Lose
Then I-
appro-
what-
I lose
As
approval
they
from lumber.
see, I'm going to touch it.
Mm-hmm.
He's now an
And,
enemy.
What color is the magic?
It's dark blue.
As I just touch it, the dark blue energy flows into it as I use Cure Wounds.
All right.
How much does that use?
D8 plus your wisdom.
D8 plus my wisdom. It is healed 6,
Okay.
and that is one of my spells.
You
One of
watch
my
it just kind of reaches
level
over
1
and touches
spell
it, and then the scorch marks
One of my
kind of
liquid
heal over with
gloves.
this dark blue energy.
I'm just gonna do that.
It didn't. Your machine did not register that as using a power or source.
Just magic.
Just yeah, it was just magic.
I've missed some things, Captain Slug. And a
How many-
undead spore
how many
creature
fish
that was
do I
7
catch?
feet tall. What passed with a horde of undead. It said,
5, 6.
can you repeat that for the microphone?
How many
That
do they?
One of them gets one. They get a couple smaller ones. One of them gets a couple frogs. Just
it seemed
things. So maybe in total, there's maybe 10 different
Okay,
creatures.
that's a decent amount. As we get all that, I'm going to step out,
intentions.
help kind of let them get
Yeah.
up, go to a tree, rip off the bark, and start assembling a little basket out of it.
And now lumber
They're just
appears
like-
to be
Well,
bothering
these
these two.
by this.
Oh, and then I'm gonna just go there and start assembling a basket.
No,
this
wait,
will
that's
take
not
about 5
scratch that from the record.
Okay. And
Uh,
one of them's just kind of chewing on a frog.
Seems
like
to be
baby
teaching
does.
for now.
being a father figure to these two little onion men.
Is that enough for now?
Kind of. Yeah.
They stabbed me.
You will
and I
be able
really
to
want
do it
kick them.
again.
I must resist the urge.
Then after about 5 minutes, I will hand them the basket.
It's a rudimentary woven basket.
Hmm.
Okay.
You can take it back to my matron.
Matron.
The matron.
You can
Is what
take it back
they
to the
call it.
matriarch.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Sorry, you are welcome.
They will run off.
I'm gonna start walking back.
So what are you guys doing for that 10...
15.
probably about half an hour. 'cause you
I'm,
spent some time
I'm
mostly
reaching.
fishing.
They caught on to it pretty quick.
I'm keeping my captain's log updated with everything.
Is that
I
what
want
you're
you
doing
to
for
do
the
it.
next half hour.
Keep doing it every 10 minutes.
I mean, I do it every so often because I think it's funny.
I'm going to the restroom. Be right back.
Captain, my
Nope.
current leading
Until he's
theory
back, we're doing
is
captain's
the
log.
servant of the void that was made of death.
Oh.
I must keep an eye on him.
Where
And
the fuck is
at
Pie?
some point, I need to go back to Piles. I know I said he starved earlier. He's a robot. Can't do that.
As apparently is this
He
lumber.
is currently back at the crash site, attempting to contact the ship, which is refusing to do so because Legacy is being a jackass. or you.
It's off the
You're
record.
the only one who will ever listen to these, if anyone ever did.
You and I both know your superior does not.
It's an
listen to
audio
these.
journal.
Yeah.
It is, but he says in his
needs
mind that he needs his superior to listen to these after
Mhm.
we. On Pratt, no, he's taken. No, but
You have. You say. Why is Pratt the only superior anyone ever has?
Because Patrick's lazy.
Yes, he is.
No, I don't know.
because I haven't thought of a direct superior to Ferric, and
It's not Pratt.
I believe Pratt was the main superior where you
Things
were
have
getting your
changed.
visions from,
I believe so, yeah.
but currently, just for him. And it's not listen to these because he's currently the admiral and can't listen to every single captain's log from every single captain.
Um,
And also,
is he talking with the full like half hour?
pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
He just describes in detail
For about 10 minutes, he's talking,
assembling
and
this basket.
for about 5 minutes, he goes in depth on how much he wants to kick one of the
The
onion.
only reason Lumber knows any of this is because the nobleman doesn't or didn't
Mhm.
know.
The old man dead?
What do you think?
Undead.
What do you think, Patrick? Use that big old brain of yours.
No. And now the wooden robot known as Lumber appears to be making a basket for the onion boys.
Yes.
I really want to kick them.
into the water.
It stabbed me earlier.
I wonder how Lumber would be. He might not react at all. Or he might be really angry. I don't know.
I'd rather not
He acts a
risk it.
lot like Piles, which
I hate.
I'm not the biggest fan of, but you know, not much I can do about it. I'm so happy Piles isn't here to deal with this.
You're welcome,
It
man.
would
You
not be
reinforce the
fun.
roleplay. He's back.
Wonder how Elizabeth's doing. It's been a while since I visited them.
He's kind of weird.
Oh,
These are deep.
I've
Hey,
already-
go watch our Teens in Space videos on YouTube.
I have
What camera am I looking at?
in a previous log I mentioned how Pilux Daenerys was on a separate escape pod than we were. We need
What
to
are you
find
doing for
them.
about that half hour?
He's just talking
It would be very
into a strange
They would be very helpful in this scenario because I'm pretty sure that their translator is working.
They also are better at talking.
Trying to hunt some fish.
I'm hunting fish.
Go ahead and make a survival check.
Do I know which direction Fox
I
is?
love how I'm good at survival and nature and nothing else.
You lost track of which plume of smoke it was.
Yeah, but like the
Yeah.
raid direction. Okay.
Yeah.
So I know where my plan to go is
Mhm.
that way.
15.
So yeah, you get a couple, but the large wooden man waiting around in the water gets rid of most of the larger ones. But you get a couple. You get enough to finish to supplement the onions. So you're not just eating onions.
Has he eaten anything yet?
No.
I'll give him one fish.
Okay. You were given a functional sized fish.
You owe me 3 silver.
Do you tell him that?
Yes.
Okay.
I give you one fish and say you owe me 3 silver.
Is that? It appears silver is part of the local currency. I do not have any money.
You can pay me back later.
After the onions just run away,
I will be paying Tation back later for the uncooked fish.
Lumber just turns around and just starts walking back.
Mm-hmm.
Where are you going? Lumber! I need your assistance. Oh, he's not Aussie.
He's not Aussie.
Tation, can you assist me?
I'm
Our ship is a flying one. One of the rowboats crashed with me and and my helmsman, and we had a diplomat on board who crashed in a different rowboat that way.
For the sake of this, roll an insight. Just
How much is
roll
what
an
he's
insight check.
saying true?
Roll a persuasion check.
I wish
Okay.
that was a net 20. It wasn't, but I wish it was.
That's a 14.
I do have advantage because I still have, or a +2 because I still have the helmet on,
Uh huh.
and that gives me extras. 10.
Okay. He's choosing his words carefully, but he seems to be.
Not being dishonest.
Yeah, he's not being dishonest.
He's just trying-
picking his words very
He's
carefully.
trying to say things that you will understand.
Heard of anything like this before?
In some of the
Flying
very rich cities, you've heard of skyships, but they don't carry rowboats.
They don't carry
We had a
flying
diplomat on board, and they
The rest of
were
that,
on a
like
different
you're like
rowboat.
captain, helmsman, like those are words you understand.
Yeah.
And diplomat, you know,
Yeah.
and
You just
a
don't-
diplomat on the other rowboat, and they
Those
crashed.
words do not sound right
Uh,
in that order.
They crashed differently. They crashed on that way,
Your
and I need your help in getting there
little
as safely
device
as possible.
starts beeping incessantly as you kind of look down, and it is the garden. As the ground kind of
It's
shifts.
just like
Am I?
it says the garden, and I'm like,
that to
the
matter.
fuck?
Yes.
Okay.
I need all of you to make a strength saving throw, including the dragon.
I see that it says guard, and I'm like, oh shit.
12.
Dragon got that one.
Cool.
Dragon is also
I got
flying.
Oh yeah, dragon. No, not anymore.
Not at this point.
14
Okay.
with a +1.
Oh,
wait, I can The Explorer has a thing where they can add their intelligence modifier to saving throws. So technically, I got a 17.
18. 17.
All right. So as it's going off, the ground rumbles. All of you are knocked prone. And almost all at once, dropping out of some of the trees in the nearby area, including where you are, maybe 60 feet back the way you came, are what look like they're Tarzan-esque, like long, kind of lanky, very hairy,
No.
but their hair is moss
Mm-hmm.
and leaves. They all drop down, kind of long-limbed humanoids. The broadest of them is with you, so you're talking. There's maybe 6 with with 3 of you counting
They
the
have
dragon,
like this.
and 3 with you.
okay.
What do they look like?
They're Tarzan-esque, the long-limbed, very hairy, but it's all like green
So, like-
moss,
So in D&D terms, it's a mossy bugbear.
kind of.
That's what I was
Not
thinking.
quite that tall though.
I mean, it's kind of
Are they hostile?
Well, let me finish.
Okay.
So, I'm so sorry. There's 2 on each of you, including the dragon. There's the larger, kind of broad one.
Mhm.
And then there's 2 on you.
Okay.
So that would be 9 total.
Yeah.
2, 4, 6, 8, 9. You see the big one as it kind of drops to the ground. You can see what looks like a large handprint that's bright pink is slowly kind of fading into this what looks like a tattoo. And looks around.
Just like hook it onto my belt.
traditional.
Says something
greeting.
in Sylvan, which you understand,
I'm the only one who understands.
but it kind of yells it in the direction you went.
Mhm.
Bring! And you get kind of poked with a club back the way you
How big
came.
is this club?
I mean, it's like a
Is it as big
Big.
as mine or slightly smaller?
about same size.
Okay.
So just
I'm
kinda-
just on the ground, like,
I know it just kind of pokes you,
I stand up.
points back the way you came towards the river. You going back?
Mhm.
Okay. So you see moments later Lumber coming back with 2 people. Similar. If they were standing straight up, they might be about your height.
Okay.
But they're all just kind of almost walking on all 4s.
The only reason I like asking height is because it gives me a perception of,
Yeah.
of how
Um,
things are supposed to look.
they're not being hostile. They're just kind of nudging
They
you
seem
along.
like,
Um,
I don't know how to explain it.
the large one that has the handprint. It looks like
So that
blood
one
or
is
paint.
definitely bigger than me.
Probably standing about 7 feet tall.
Not that much bigger, but big.
More the size of a bugbear.
Mm-hmm.
Thick arms, but has kind of whistles, and you see popping out of the grass is what looks like you would recognize it as a jackalope, but it's a jackalope with wings. As it bounces and then takes off and just kind of lands on his shoulder. Queen wants to see you, and it says that in common.
Me or us?
I have work
Yes,
to do.
who and why?
He's gonna swipe at that.
Just
Make a acrobatics or athletics check.
which is height. 19.
Okay. So it swipes at it. What is that?
What does it sound like?
Humanoid and the garden.
It tells me things.
I have work to do.
Um,
Your work is not being done. Are you not aware of this?
No, he's not.
I too have work to do.
Please explain.
I don't have work to do. Let's go.
We've been working since the earth shook. The earth said no more. Come. It starts poking you guys with their.
They don't need to poke
gloves.
him as he does start. Lumber just does follow them.
All you do is travel and fly. You've entered our lands. You must see our queen.
Alright.
I must water my plants.
Can't use my ghost form again until I take it rest.
They will be watered. The earth takes care of those who take care of it.
Are you the earth?
Or is that your... No, I'm not that smart. Never mind.
Stamps his foot on the earth. She takes care of us.
I just put my hand on the earth, on the
They
ground.
take care of it.
Thank you.
Come, stranger.
Yeah, I know.
It comes
I
straight me.
said sure.
You are led
Come on, James.
for a couple miles. We're talking maybe an hour's walk through the forest.
Mm-hmm.
To what reminds you of a village in the trees,
Mm-hmm.
but there's no buildings. It's just trees
Yeah.
that are grown and shaped naturally in the shapes of roofs, walls.
Mm-hmm.
Any chairs you see are just kind of roots growing out of the ground. Points to one of the largest. Like, this looks like it's probably 5 or 6 trees that have all kind of grown and shaped together. She wants to see you.
Question.
Yes.
Do any of the tree people?
Mhm.
Do any of them look like they have visible cracks, wounds, anything like that?
They seem to be made of flesh, but their hair is moss.
Not like they have any visual.
Injuries?
Yes.
Not that aren't old scars. There aren't any
Okay.
fresh injuries.
Okay, I'm just wondering.
You can see a couple, like, what probably at once would have been nasty injuries, but they've scarred over long ago.
Throughout in this place, listen, I'm
Mhm.
just seeing where I
Yeah.
can use mending or repair something.
Make a perception check.
Okay. 16.
16. Looking around, if there are any damaged sections of these trees, you don't see them.
Okay.
It all seems very well manicured for the wild. You're walking on kind of a moss lawn. Same kind of moss that seems to be growing on them.
Okay.
But yeah, they lead you to this large tree, and as they kind of walk up, there's probably
Do we see more of them?
there's maybe 100 of them. in
Are
this
they different
little-
kinds?
They all seem to be the same species.
Okay.
Different colored moss and that kind of stuff, but they all seem to be about the same species. But yes, you were walked up and you see 2 of them kind of sitting almost like, I guess, monkeys, like orangutans, long limbs. They're kind of leaning and they have these large sharpened sticks. Can't even call them spears.
Right.
They kind of stand up. The large one approaches, speaks in Sylvan. So it's the same. It's a different dialect than what the Onion people were using.
Mm-hmm.
We bring the travelers. He gestures at you after he says whatever he says. They kind of look you over and kind of gently poke you with the butt of their spear.
Strange man.
What does their queen look like?
Currently, you're outside of
Oh,
wherever this queen is. He does a little whistle, and the little jackalope with wings takes off.
Right. You want me
You
to go?
keep your weapons out here.
They don't know
It will be
what my
kept
weapons
safe.
look like.
They'll just take everything off of you.
They can't take anything off of me.
Not a weapon.
My weapon is sling and club, and both are made of wood.
Information can be used as a weapon.
Not for me.
For me,
Objection,
I
he
got
is a
the
weapon.
It will
I'm
be
an
kept safe.
Idiot.
And he just
I
tosses
am
it
not
on the ground next to one of the guards.
Are you not?
So I gave him my
Capable of
gun, and
being
my,
a
my
weapon.
pistol, and my shotgun.
I am not a
Start
weapon.
making a little pile.
I am labor.
He points to your halberd.
And the dragon.
Oh,
I
my
am the weapon.
Crossbow.
Take me.
Take my hand axe out of
Stop
my
being
boot.
feely from
They just start making a little
the
pile
Hobbit
basically, of
movies.
just stuff.
Pull out a dagger from my prison pocket.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
That's
Wait, before they do, I don't give them my sling and club because I don't consider them weapons.
Mhm.
I open my chest and just pull out, just start taking out handfuls of rocks and just start handing this like.
They just start putting them on the pile.
Can I just go
I
inside?
have 100 rocks.
How?
They're tiny rocks.
Yeah, it's basically gravel. He's full of gravel.
I'm full of
Can you
pebbles.
consider those weapons?
No. Yeah, I consider those weapons.
Not the glove.
Yeah.
It's
It's my walk.
After
It's
you are
hard.
disarmed, one of them kind of taps the butt of the spear, and your device on the ground kind of lights up again, and the tattoo on it, or the brand, you're not sure what it is, side of his face, kind of lights up as just part of this tree turns translucent for a moment, and then just kind of shimmers away in this pinkish energy. Go in, and it is not a throne room.
Mhm.
It looks more like a alchemy lab.
Anything in here?
Ah.
That's broken.
Not that you can see.
Okay.
You see what looks like an older woman working at a couple makeshift tools,
Mm-hmm.
and standing on a ladder is one of these people, which you two can roll history checks if you want to, because these are not new.
Can my dragon roll history?
No.
I got a 13.
Okay.
11.
All right. I'm gonna say you would not know, even though you rolled higher. You just have a very different skill set.
Understandable.
You have interacted with a couple of these now that you're thinking about it. They are what's called woodwoes. They are just people who prefer to live in and of the trees. They've lived in and of the trees for so long that it started to become part of them. The moss, even their skin is just tougher, just because of how much natural magic has been imbued in them over time.
Is there like a certain title they would be referred to as by?
Not that you know of. You just interacted with one or two when you were coming close to their lands when you were leading a couple noblemen to go on a hunt. Similar vibes to like Native American reservations. Like, you're not supposed to go on their lands without permission. It's frowned upon in most places. You didn't realize there were any in this area, but they may not have been here a couple weeks ago.
I consider that little clearing my area.
My apologies for intruding, honored wood rover. That's that right?
Woodwoes.
Wood woes. Sorry.
He's kind
Wood
of,
rover.
Yeah.
And
just kind of nods, but you see this, definitely an older one. Hair almost like that of a willow tree, like very long and stringy.
it better not be
She kind of drops down and grabs what looks like just the ladder, but pulls off a staff and kind of walks over. Good. You've made it.
Hello.
Be comfortable, and kind of waves her hands, and you see a similar handprint appear as just the roots just kind of shift into a bench out of the
I do
floor.
not sit down. I do not need to.
I sit down.
Is my dragon
Are you?
allowed in
Yeah.
here? Okay, great.
Are you the queen?
Yes, you are the
Traveler.
No, that's
you are the nobleman's. How does he
Labor.
fare?
He's gone. I keep saying labor.
Yeah, I do.
You,
Why?
trainer, such
I mean,
magnificent
labor.
Honor.
Why have you come?
Well, I wasn't planning.
You brought us here.
You mean here, or because your guys kind of just forced me to come?
Here, and she taps her staff, and there's just a faint. It's thaumaturgy, but a faint rumble through the room.
I wasn't planning on coming here. And then my ship
You don't feel
Broke.
right.
my ship went crazy, and I had to escape.
You have another plane.
Do you have the helmet on?
The astral
Yeah.
sea, perhaps.
Pretty. Not. I am kind
You
of.
have no idea what that is.
I'm-
You just.
I have an
plane-
idea.
Another plane, you're like, okay, I
Yeah.
kind of know what that is. Astral sea, the fuck is that?
What is your serial number? I am kind of from another plane. What is your serial number? My ship went crazy, and then I had to escape. And
Lumber's gonna
this
walk
was the
over
closest
to him.
plane.
As you
I
see,
say that this was the
as you
closest
see Lumber just
plane.
standing in front of you.
What is your serial number? Oh, my serial number? Who is your creator?
Suit, what is my number?
My mom and my dad. Those are weird names.
You were not made by gnomes.
What?
He thinks he's warforged.
Because you. Oh. This is armor.
A couple of the other
Oh,
guards, I guess, in the room kind of take back and kind of.
you say that,
He
and
just
Lumber's
kinda-
just like,
Huh.
Flash warforged.
Okay.
I guess you're a wood
You do not feel right. You do not, and she points her staff at each of you in turn. You do not feel right. You do not feel right.
And what would right feel like?
Something changed. You should not be. You are stuck between worlds. You are not here.
I'm not supposed to.
What makes you different?
I am made by gnomes.
But you can think. The others I've met cannot. You have foreign magic.
I shouldn't be here anyway. I'm trying to get
You, and she just poked you in the chest, are stuck between. How did you come to be?
I was made by gnomes.
Herbalist. She calls over to this older woman.
Just keep
What you can see is, as she turns, this is just a green hag.
Oh,
Damn.
My name is Elizabeth.
Oh shit! You're like, what the fuck?
Like, greenish skin,
sounds like you need a.
nose, warts, kind
So
of
it's the hag
scraggly
raven.
hair.
The hag raven, right? From Skyrim.
Kind of, but not that bad.
Okay.
Oh,
You're Elizabeth.
Worse.
Who needs an Elizabeth?
hand me the monster manual.
I have the glove in there to see.
Well, flip to the hag section and you can take a look at what the green hag looks like.
Where is that?
In the H section.
In the beasts?
No.
Oh, in the normal one. Okay. Hag. Maybe.
She kind of is mixing something in a mortar and pestle. Yes.
What is that?
It's my medicine.
I have a harpy.
That's a
Oh.
woman?
It's just the witch.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks worse than Baldur's Gate.
Yeah. She's a different kind of hag, though.
If you give me
Still
Baldur's
green
Gate, I'll
hag.
play it.
Yeah. So she kind of is mixing something up. She has asked me to discover why you are here.
I told you why I was here, Queen.
You may,
On accident.
Why did you say it on
but you may
accident?
not know.
God,
And
Piles.
she finishes mixing
Did he say
something up.
Piles?
yes.
He finishes
I am
mixing
one-
this up
I
and
am
starts
a
pouring it
woman.
into 3 glasses. Whatever this nasty green-brown mixture is. And she kind of
I
Picks
cannot
up-
drink.
a crystal ball and a small table, sets the crystal ball back on the table.
I do not need to sit.
Sit.
I'm already sitting.
Well, she's pointing in front of her little table now.
Up until now, I was
Do I
just sort
have-
of leaning on my
Am
dragon.
I getting up? Okay.
We have
moved
these
over.
3 basically little shot glasses of this green-brown muck.
And what's this?
Drink.
Why?
We find out.
I
You
cannot
don't
drink.
know?
We find out where you came from, and she pokes you hard in the forehead.
I told you.
Drink.
Fine!
It is. You're drinking
Ugh!
green,
Ugh!
old blood, basically. Touch. Points the crystal ball.
Fine.
Do I even have a mouth?
I mean, you were built with a facial feature. Whether or not you
Okay.
think it is a hinged mouth is up to you.
Probably not.
It just lights up whenever you.
Yeah. Yeah. It lights up this
I mean, that's how
Drink.
dark
Hunter
blue.
is.
Patrick,
So,
it lights up this dark
You put your
blue.
hand on, kind of,
Like a root
just
into
in
it.
frustration, as you feel it, kind of like the Palantir, just your hands settle into place. Good. And she starts looking, and you see this swirl of mist and cloud clear, and you can all see it. The ship, the inside of the ship. Alarms going off.
Piles. Piles. Pilot.
Mm-hmm.
And
You don't hear anything, you
This-
just see
you can just see.
lights flashing, definitely some form of panic as it follows you specifically, as you see this one person duck into a the only reason you and Pyle are were in the same escape pod is because Pyle did not want to leave.
And I dragged him into
Yes.
one.
But you see him pushing buttons, and then this kind of puff of smoke, and you see through this little window a ship, blue sky,
And the one that I fell from is just like fly off.
basically.
As we see, we see another one pop down.
Mm-hmm. But it stops following you for a second, and it just kind of keeps zooming out, where you can start to see the curvature, and then it just kind of stops. What is hiding it? What are you?
I'm a human man from infinity.
And she just takes your hand off, and your hand kind of
I really want to say that is a big number.
touch, drink,
I have no.
drink.
Yeah.
As you just splash it on your forehead.
I'm just gonna do that.
Seeps in.
No, it's like kind of just.
It seeps
No, it's
in.
this.
You have never tasted something. This is nasty.
Blah.
Touch it, and then your hand is sucked into, like, fully grasping the crystal ball.
Mm-hmm.
You all see what looks like him as a wooden ox or horse, regardless at this point,
It doesn't really
pulling
matter.
a cart with a rather grumpy-looking nobleman.
I know that
definitely a
guy.
human. A little fatter than you remember. He's whipping you incessantly,
does
trying to
nothing.
get you. It doesn't. Trying to, because the wagon got stuck. And then you see the earth shake. And you remember this only a couple weeks ago. He gets thrown, and then just fog covers through the storm. And you're just kind of following this wooden horse. It's kind of this... You don't spook, but it's kind of frozen. Eyes wide. It's gone into the freeze option of fight, flight, or freeze.
Mm-hmm.
If it had fur, it'd be standing on end like a cat. But you just see this dark green energy, which you recognize, pass over the globe, and then the eyes kind of flicker.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
The wooden horse doesn't look at all what he looks like now. It looks like a wooden automaton.
Yeah.
None of the roots, none of the branches
Yeah.
floating off.
Pick-
None of that.
That I would recognize.
Picture the Trojan
Yeah, you
horse.
would recognize that.
Picture the Trojan horse, but instead of like the little wheels on the bottom, it's just legs. It's a little, just a wooden horse.
Probably a little more
But
round.
this energy passes through. So that was something I messed up earlier. It wasn't dark blue; it was dark green.
Yeah.
But regardless, as the eyes were already kind of like they were almost starting to dim, just flicker to life with this dark green energy, then fading to what they are now, whatever color that might be. I believe the default is purple.
It's supposed to be dark blue
Yes.
because that's what I am powered by.
Mm-hmm.
Supposed to be powered by.
Yes. And then you see the nobleman kind of stand up, and then just an arrow through the back of his head. And after a moment, his eyes kind of flash this kind of greenish purple color as he just kind of starts walking. Your hand comes free, and it's just like, drink.
Who shot him?
Last one.
Just come on.
You drink it, and as I said, it tastes like old mud.
I've had
He
worse.
looks like someone that would drink old
touch
mud.
it.
He
Your
looks
hand
like someone
sticks
who's
to it.
drink old mud.
You see what looks like it looks like an elf made of plants, because that's what Eladrin are. They're season-based elves. In this instance, spring. So, a lighter green color, a couple of flowers sprouting, training your dragon. And that same dark fog rolls in, earth shakes. You try to outrun something. The crystal ball doesn't show. You were starting to run from a stampede of beasts. They were trying to run away from whatever was going on. The fog rolls in. You start to get trampled. And then that green energy boof, pulses through. Your eyes flash. You kind of flicker in and out for a second. Your dragon starts to panic because can feel you starting to die. And then you kind of stabilize in this half translucent. And as you guys can see, as the crystal ball going, he does start to go fully kind of translucent in the arm, fading up to the shoulder and the neck. And then you pull your hand back, and then just it feels almost like starting to fall asleep. Because whatever arm you were touching the crystal ball with then started to do the translucence. You must discover what happened.
I just saw. Why it couldn't zoom out all the way?
I just
Probably because
What was it?
Probably because it was too far.
He points over to the tall wood woes that led you guys here. He did not have that 2 weeks ago. Points, and he just kind of concentrates, and you see the handprint appear, and the couple roots start to kind of just curl up almost creating a large hand. She could not do this. What happened?
I just saw.
We need help.
I saw we encountered a spore thing in the woods.
Yes. She points over and you can see on the table is just one of the various undead. Strapped down, head cut off, but the body still kind of twitching every once in a while. Very Last of Us style spore mushroom starting to grow out of where the head was. It won't die. Burning the bodies is the only way.
There's something.
But this is specifically one of the it is a
We're not
wood
supposed
zombie.
to give this information out, but there's no other way.
Allies.
I can't contact my superiors, and I can't get to my ship, so some help will be helpful. I am.
And she's staring at you with this big, green bloodshot eye. Tell me.
I am from an organization called Infinity Corps.
What is?
Our job is to monitor and protect planets across the multiverse, which I suppose
Planes?
the planes, yes, all of them. And I was supposed to, me and my crew were monitoring this one when something went wrong with our ship and I got trapped here
2 weeks ago,
2 weeks ago.
the storm rolled in. And you remember that from your point of view, what you saw in the crystal ball, the sky looked clear. Ground level, very bad storm. But it didn't look any out of the ordinary from sky level.
Mm-hmm.
Where is your ship?
Up there somewhere.
In the sky?
Yes.
Where is your... She gestures to the ball, and for a moment you see the inside of the escape pod. Where did you crash?
3 miles.
Take. She points. Take him. We need to know.
Why?
We must discover what happened. People aren't dying or staying dead.
There's.
Helpers are coming to life. This one is stuck between life and death. People are having powers that they could not do before.
Yes, and this plane connections with beings like that grant those kinds of powers shouldn't happen because you have magic.
Yes.
So something's wrong with existence for this plane.
So help.
I would love to. I need my ship.
The hag kind of waves her hand at you and goes back to her table. The queen's just kind of been sitting. Well, we require assistance. I give you an option. You become her experiments to discover why this is happening. Or you help her figure it out another way.
Second option. I am labor.
Lumber?
I am labor.
Yes.
Be my labor.
Are you a nobleman?
In a way. No. I'm a captain.
I am a
What
queen.
army?
I claim you as my assistant. Your
don't
first
have-
instruction. Help her figure out what is going on.
Goes over to the hag. I am all out of ideas. I have failed you.
Tried
What do
nothing.
you decide? One step between.
I will help.
Good.
I will not help. That is a joke out of character.
Talk to her. Points over to the hag. She will point you what direction you need to go.
Leaf Falls Barrow.
The Barrow Downs.
You walk over to the hag, I assume. You're already standing over there.
I'm just standing directly behind it. She hasn't seen me yet.
You mean this
No,
dragon
he's fully
stone?
aware you're there.
Yeah, but I'm just standing.
I
directly.
go over to her.
What do you need from me?
I don't think this has anything to do with me because this happened before I crashed.
She's just kind of scowling at all of you for a second.
I have been commanded to assist you.
One of my coven lives a few days from here. She is more specialized in the ways of the mind. Retrieve her. She will be able to help. We must discover what happened.
And where is she?
Hobbles over to what looks like just, rack of scrolls, kind of pulls one out, rolls it out on the ground, which the ground is kind of just mossy roots. There. Points with a long, crooked finger. Maybe it's across the river and maybe 2 days north at the base of a mountain. She lives there. Be wary of kobold. They live in the mountain.
Queen, may I have my equipment?
Queen,
Yes.
what happened? You already
Did you?
gone to retrieve?
I need a copy of this map, and I can do that with one of my equipment without needing.
Roll a persuasion check.
Yeah.
What's your turn here, boy? What? What did you do?
Get an extra +2 with that.
When the mask is down.
Oh. It somehow makes it more desirable.
17.
Okay.
They don't see us because you don't see his face.
What do you require?
Thanks. No thanks.
Small rectangular thing of metal.
Wait. Points to one of the guards that come out.
I would
and
like
kind
my
of,
rocks.
This one. That is a gun.
Well, they just kind of grab a couple things. One of them is your. Most of them are your little, basically ammo packs because they are probably.
Pretty much the same
Yeah.
thing.
And one of them's that. Yeah.
Just get a copy of the map
Yeah.
so I have an idea where we're going.
I would like my rocks.
You can have them when you leave.
Here, I think, around there is where I crashed. Can we go there first?
It is the wrong way.
I know.
I need my piles. Oh wait, I already have one.
There's stuff there that I need.
One of those stuff has a name.
You have 1 week to be back.
It won't take that.
No, 1 week to be back from getting the hag. as
Yeah, I
well.
know.
So
It was only a few miles that way.
the crash site,
Yeah.
but
So
yeah.
I can easily go there like, I don't know, half a day and then come back.
No. We have to go and get the hat.
I understand that.
Okay.
It doesn't
Yeah.
take. It won't take. It
It'll
won't
take
take
an hour or
maybe
two.
a few hours to get back to the crash site.
Mhm.
What?
So, Lee, go get to my sister. She
Does
will.
she look like you?
Inside. I
Do
sure
you
as hell
have a
hope not.
picture?
I sure as hell hope not.
He kind of,
Not one of those.
or she kind
Not one of those sexy witches types.
grabs a chunk of moss and just kind of shapes it for a second, and it looks like, you know, a really shitty doll. And then she waves her hand, and it's a little version.
Minor illusion.
And it looks similar. Like you could mistake them for being related.
Mistake them for being
Okay.
related.
Look at her.
You have 1 week.
I got that.
Be fast, or he will come after you.
You have 1 week. Oh no.
Did you listen?
You have 1 week. And I know. You're coming with us.
And that's where we're gonna end tonight's episode.
Yeah.
Because my
Okay.
throat hurts and I'm hungry.
You can switch to thanks for watching. Scroll
Yeah.
down.
Thanks for watching, and we will see you
Hope
you all
later.
did.
Um,
Scroll down
Wow.
and click on thanks for watching.
Accept your creation. We don't care.
Oh.
we're going to zoom out for the player's sake. Back to the Herald that you watched. He continues walking for some time, gathering more and more various undead, ranging from small insects to eagles, bears, deer, people. He finds himself looking at a large, massive tree, a couple 100 feet tall. Takes out its scythe, cuts at the tree. They all one by one enter as the tree starts sprouting these large, almost fruit pods of varying sizes, ranging from, you know, maybe a blueberry to size of a cart. As soon as the last one steps in, he slices his scythe the other direction. This tree seals up. He goes to gather more for the And that's where we'll end tonight's session. Thank you for watching.
Accept your creation.
No.
Fuck you.
No.
Oh, got that.